tell me what an ethicist is.
You're writing a paper on cottage cheese.
It's about the ethics of cottage cheese, I'll have you know. It's about how important it is to our society.
There's a lot of slave labor going on in the cottage cheese making business.
There probably is, bro.
They're probably that's I know that's a joke, but I feel like that might be real.
There probably is. If you eat the bug, you get $10,000. If you don't eat the bug,
You're
going home. I think we're 3D printing most of our food now.
Just go to your local pizza shop and you'll just see a giant 3D printer right there in the center. There's nobody there. It's all run by AI. It's just a store run by AI.
Oh,
giant
shit.
3D printer.
Yeah, this is a really weird one, dude. I got my pizza back and it fucking got flagged for 70% AI. What the fuck's up with that, dude? I ordered a pepperoni pizza and you guys brought it to me. My doorbell said it's 70% AI. What the fuck's up with that? You guys want to talk to me about that? I'm not tipping you for that.
No, that's beyond the Matrix. That's like the Matrix or whatever.
This is the discount matrix. It's run on It's run on Windows 11.
This is, I guess, officially session 1. Oh, I forgot to click the other little thingy, but
Kevin, what we down we like us bunch of crazies.
yes. Last time we kind of did character introductions. In, I guess, simplest terms, we had Luther begin as he followed his son to the docks, who has been wrapped up in smuggling, I guess, in simplest terms. And he finds this weird arcane artifact. As he walks up, scares people. It reacts as he approaches, and he grabs it, magically shunts it into the water, is, I guess, the best way to describe it, and then tries to follow his son, but with the other chaos and stuff, he kind of loses track and eventually makes his way back home. And when he is at his mechanic shop, that word mechanic escaped me because I don't know why. He gets a call from a patron client, I guess, whatnot. He came earlier today with this rather expensive car that hints to where he seems to know where Luther's son Martin is, and in order for him to reveal that information to Luther, he needs to meet him at this address in downtown in the financial district. We then switch to spend some time with Oliver and meet the college student who was down in the library looking at some old patents and whatnot, blueprints of these energy coils in simplest terms. And when he's there, there's a couple doors slam, there's some awkward noises and stuff, and eventually he sees these other two men dressed rather much like, governmental agent people, sort of, in a way, but they have this cultist vibe to them, to be sure, with like their suits being, I think, more like not very like American in how they're kind of set up, I guess, in some ways. And there's like a ghost that appears at the same time, and it kind of shocks those two guys, and Oliver takes advantage of it to escape and makes his way back to campus from the kind of local library, like research library thing he was basically at, but and then he goes to find his friend, like I said, Silas, in the Library for Science and Math, and Silas is wrapped up in his own, kind of fanaticism, and he has in this one of the small like study room, in this, you know, much smaller library on campus, books stacked up, and he's trying to translate something from this like old equivalent to like cuneiform stuff from Babylon and things, and Oliver with his own research was able to kind of connect um one of the words and kind of help finish this phrase that has been named the cipher, or the cipher of unmaking, is what the elders from the kind of older cultures that he and you have been looking at. um that's cool. And then kind of they activate the cipher in a premature way is kind of how I worded it. And the energy gets kind of absorbed into Silas, and Silas, his body, his corporality, extinguishes in a way, and he kind of puffs into ash onto Oliver, and Oliver loses it and starts to gather up ash and his distraught state, and runs away because there's the eventually the buildup of ash and whatnot activated one of the fire alarm systems, and people are kind of doing things, and he escapes and gets to a phone and is talking to Mr. Sterling, a guy he's been in contact with before to help with his research of this occult stuff. And Mr. Sterling says that he will help him. He just needs him to come meet him downtown. And we jump to Malik, who's already downtown. He's arrived a little earlier, and already working for Mr. Sterling for a while, with different kind of odd jobs and assignments, mostly on the aspect of lookout or a little bit of grunt work here and there. But when we find him, he sees across the street a subway station, and there's this like light pole, and there's this guy who's sort of dressed up like YMCA style, like a worker. He's obviously not a street worker, and he's installing some device up there, and um the guy sees Malik. You said Malik, yeah. I keep saying the other way. Malik. And he sees Malik, and Malik sees him, and there's like a little chase scene, and they go down this alleyway, and then across the way, down further the alleyway, Malik sees a old acquaintance, probably rival would be the best word, who like is with this guy who's dressed up to be the worker, and obviously that guy's running towards Flexor, and Flexor has some sort of magic he builds up, and he shoots it towards Malik, and Malik easily realizes it's not actually aimed towards him. There was a homeless guy that was like around and there, and like he just like stood up at the same time, whatnot, and he gets flashed by the magic, and he gets, maybe he was already dead, maybe he got rose up to be the zombie, maybe he got turned into the zombie. You didn't really care by that point. Um, but there's um at the same time, the device that was installed down the street kind of explodes in the distance, and there's this loud scream, and it's, there's going to be police and everyone kind of showing up here, and the like, and miss you run out back towards the street trying to follow Flexor and the others, and a car screeches up in front of you, with Mr. Sterling coming out and basically telling him the rundown of like why Flexor's involved, that he's been kind of integrated into this weird gang or cult called the Obsidian Mirror, and that Mr. Sterling needs Malik to go upstairs and be the first to kind of meet with this new group of agents that he's putting together to help Orpheus out with these strange events that have been going on these last couple weeks, but tonight especially, with the stuff that kind of reached its pinnacle. And then we jumped towards Siegfried, and he's like, we're in Germany.
Hey, that's me.
And he's on stage or about to go on stage to play with his family and do this weird hodgepodge of metal classical music. Next to him off stage, he has his assistant attaché and like the box that has this fang or this axe thing that has been with him for these last few weeks that he's been given, and it's kind of been something he's been in the back end researching as he's traveled a little bit and gone on his tours. But then there's this like energy or whatnot that emanates from it and gives him this weird vision. And he's has this memory of a past event that was not him, a previous bearer or wielder of the Fang, and it's facing this ancient fairy creature, and he slays it, and he then realizes like this is kind of after the fact, after the performance. I got confused by my own notes. So you go through the performance, and then after the performance, your attaché like challenges your like what you're doing. Like you should focus more on the Fang and whatnot. And then this like vision kind of happens, and then all of a sudden you're like in a subway station, and you almost like have slew a couple people with your axe or whatnot, and Jurgen's trying to stop you, and you guys get on the train station, and you like lost track of time completely in this vision as you basically were on autopilot more or
To be
less.
fair, the X kind of possessed me. It wasn't my fault.
Yeah, what happened. And then last but certainly not least, we had Dr. Adrian Current, our Rat King, in service at a warehouse nearby this power grid in the kind of the downtown area. There's other doctors and grunt workers and soldiers and whatnot. It's very cult, science-y vibe kind of going on. And then there's this man and this woman that are his patrons, if you will, that are like part of this whole process. And they are attaching this device to the power grid to basically suck energy from the power grid and whatnot, in simplest terms. And it's obviously occult magic and stuff that, Dr. Current has been researching and been part of for decades, and they're kind of using your knowledge for their own aims, but they pay well. Is like been the general vibe, but this has been like a new step to what they're doing. Like it's no longer theoretical, like it's no longer experimental. Like this is like actionable. Like there's a dark vibe that like is kind of going on. And they are playing with, the undead magic and things that kind of you possess in a lot of ways. And so he decides he's gonna get the fuck out of Dodge. And he grabs some research notes and things that are vital to his own rituals and things he's going through, and things that will disable their ability to move forward, well, at least slow them down, like significantly, from doing what they're trying to do now to like siphon from the energy sources, I guess, in simplest terms. And he goes to a phone booth once he's outside and free, um, using some of his own chaos with rats and stuff along the way. Your rat, I should say. And he calls a former handler, Mr. Sterling. And on the way there, he gets waylaid like he's in the phone booth and like waiting for like the call to pick up in simplest terms. And this reporter that he's met a couple times in the last couple months that's been investigating the weird reports of rats and whatnot. And she's like, here, you don't know why or how, whatnot, and she starts to talk to you and wants to interrogate you through the booth, and you're like, oh fuck, what am I gonna do? And you're still waiting for the ring to pick up, and then there's this two people you recognize just are here all of a sudden on this street. You have Dr. Abrams, and her protector and occultist friend, Elias Larson. Um, and she kind of pulls you out of the booth a little bit, or you come to meet her, and you have a little conversation briefly over the phone with Mr. Sterling or whatnot. And then she hands you this device, Dr. Abrams does, and she kind of says, like, you need to do something with this to counter him. She knows something about it, very ominous and the like. And then Mr. Sterling is here with his like magical car. Is what we kind of discussed a little bit. He can like, you know, activate runes and stuff on it, but and he's trying to help you escape, in simplest terms, since the others kind of just like bounced and kind of are obviously here to do something involved with Dr. Fenn, your patron. But then um, Dr. Fenn himself kind of is all across the way on the street, has followed you here with a couple of the goons after the chaos that has already been started, and you jump in the car with Mr. Sterling, and he takes you to a different part of the city, completely away from, the financial district and the like that has been discussed before, and tells you you need to go down to the subway terminal. And he knows one of the other three conduit devices is down there, that's linked up to the water supply. And he's going to have others come within the hour to support you, but you're the one that knows most about the magic and stuff that's going on here. So, and it's something that needs to be acted upon, and he's very ambivalent to you in general about anything other than this is how you get out of the hole. This is how he helps you get out of the hole you're in, more or less. And then he leaves you to go back to that meeting downtown. And we will more or less pick up today, unless anyone has any questions to start. I should say, does anyone have any questions or whatnot before we begin?
Yeah, how much does a foot long cost out here? Trying to get.
This is
Fuck
80s.
Flexer.
This is 80s. The subway, I don't know. Like, I don't know these things.
Hopefully it's $5. I fucking hope it's $5.
That'd be expensive as fuck.
$5 campaign out here yet?
If it's the 80s, I'm pretty sure it was even cheaper.
That'd be expensive as fuck.
I found one.
I'm just covering a man was in some dive bar.
Okay, a sandwich in the 80s at Subway, you could get a foot long for under $5.
Holy shit.
Oh, this.
Under $5? So they've been like trolling and jipping me my whole
Yeah.
life, basically is what you're
Like
telling
some
me?
of them are under $4.
Yeah.
Some of them.
I expect that shit
But-
around like $3.
That is hilarious.
However,
Inflation
Subway
goes
did
fucking crazy
originate
recently.
in California, not New York,
But
unfortunately.
we have Subways. I didn't say it was a Subway. I didn't say it was a Subway sandwich. I just said, how much for a
Okay,
sub.
so you're
A foot long.
stopping.
Mm.
No, I'm just making a joke. I'm just making a
The
fucking
place
joke.
is,
Well, my brain. jumps,
Oh,
all right.
Dying
Well,
foot, no.
with all the serious questions out of the way, we will go to kind of a split screen for a few moments where I like to describe the idea of continuing briefly with Dr. Current as he goes down in the subway and then waits for the train to pass and then jumps down on the tracks and then his little rat friend kind of hops out from his coat and starts to help him see a little better in the dark and find his way through. And he goes through, a terminal area that is like hooked up for the power stations and whatnot. And then around this corner, down this ladder, and he's like in a place that's probably hasn't been around for like since the 20s or before. And, like weird tunnels and stuff that don't really make a lot of sense. And makes his way down where a lot of the pipes and stuff are starting to converge at this like subway station. And he, his rat friend Pinky, would probably be much far ahead and running to him, like stopping and then getting to him to like kind of stop him and get you to like kind of like wait and be quiet kind of thing. And you hear eventually once you like stop and let no noise from your boots, and you kind of control your breathing a little bit and just kind of listen.
It's probably
just
the
ki-
New Jersey ranting. It's probably
Yeah.
him just walking down, like climbing it. So this is bullshit, man. I'm telling you, Pinky, this is ridiculous. I'm getting tired of this shit. Every
And
single
then
time they just say, "Hey, you gotta
he almost
infiltrate the
tripped
cult."
you, and you're like, "Oh shit, I should be quiet."
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
And you listen, and you can hear in the distance. It sounds like there's like two guys. You don't recognize their voices, or well, I'd say you might recognize one of their voices. Your gut is telling you like they're probably associated to one of the goons or whatnot that work for Dr. Fenn.
Fuck.
They're like they're near this thing. You're getting close. So it's like you have that sense of knowledge before you approach to that idea. And does as I kind of set up for before we switch to prepare for your next kind of action in a way, what would Dr. Current would our Rat King, would he be quiet like a rat, or would he be more human in this aspect right now? And um, you know, or I don't know if you're proficient in stealth,
I am proficient in
either.
stealth. I have a C of
So,
stealth.
okay. So you could
Okay.
spend, up to 3.
Yeah.
Strain if you would like. I am fine if you would like to use mental or physical for this stealth check because it is a lot about what you hear because you don't see them at all right now. So if you want, you could use your perception if it's better than dexterity.
Dude, it is better than dexterity. Only by 1 though. Okay, so I rolled a +1, so I'm at a 4. And I
Okay.
think I'll spend 1,
Okay.
so I'll be at a 5. I'll spend
Um,
1 mental.
with a 5, you sneak around, and as you get closer and closer, you start to step on, and you have to kind of watch more where you place your feet even more. So I'm glad you spent the 5.
Oh,
Um,
can I even that up and just activate the rank 1 of Spirit Guardians and just have a 6 vigilance too? Like I'm paying attention.
okay, and that
Or
will definitely help. Yes.
yeah, we'll
And I
take the
like to
1
narrate that some of the spirits that are helping you are maybe some of these creatures. Like you find like bugs, and then eventually rats, and then maybe lizards or whatnot. I don't know. Like dead things. Like the closer and closer you get to where this part of the corridor
probably
is.
gross things that have drank the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Like
disgusting.
you kind of have to watch, and I imagine it's like Pinky normally eats anything, and I don't. You get the impression like Pinky is like avoiding these things too as he follows you.
Gross.
I'm going. Do you? I'm not worried about Pinky as long as your stealth is good enough. He's probably either with you or behind you.
His stealth's actually, you know what's fucked up about these familiar rules is his stealth is probably better than mine or like equivalent to
Probably.
mine
Probably.
because I think all of his skills are at a B right now for rank 1.
Okay. Okay.
I think
Um,
I'm gonna look
but
that up real quick.
yeah, as you look that up, I'm still fine with the point until you like want to send him to do something specific. He's cool with just kind of following you. For that aspect. Because
Yes, they're all rank B. So actually, his stealth is better than mine. Turns out.
that's funny. Um, All right, I'm gonna say you definitely with the vigilance and uh, stealth. You're gonna get close enough to them to be just around the corner, and you're like hugging up against a wall, a little bit hunkered down. Pinky kind of walks out in front of you and like sticks his head and body out a little bit, so he's so low to the ground it's not as worrisome if he kind of comes out. And you're like looking over your right shoulder around the corner of this like wall, and you see a like a not a flashlight. It kind of looks like an electric lamp of some sort that's like hunkered down on one of the thing. And then there's these two silhouetted figures. One's kind of sitting down, just like obviously bored, sitting down. The other one's like looking at something on over the thing. And once you follow where the guy's looking on this wall, you see golden kind of tubing and glass structures and whatnot. Like it's kind of shaded a little bit in the darkness, but you're pretty sure that's the conduit piece or whatnot. And the um, the thing that Dr. Abrams gave you is nothing happens from it, but it's just like you like instinctually put your hand wherever you've kept it, and it's like this thing is like this thing needs to be done. As a reminder, I guess, that this thing's kind of what you would use to kind of do something to this. Figuring that out, you need, of course, to get a lot closer to investigate. Maybe, and then eventually, maybe even like an Eldritch Knowledge check or something like that to actually activate it, and whatnot. So, and you can't do that with those two guys watching you, probably. They have radios on them, and more than likely by this point, they know that you have ran and whatnot. It's very probably very obvious by this point to you. So, as you debate what you want to do with that next action, I want to jump to the others real quick. And as they are arriving, from their various positions, I imagine, we have cabs and, subways and the like that are being taken. Maybe even, a couple of you had to walk a couple blocks from trying to connect to the right, tram system. And we have, like I described last time, like a 30, 40 story banking kind of, typical looking building, office building, if you will, right? No, like discerning obvious markers on it. It's like one of those places where each floor might be like given to a different lawyer or banking office in that aspect. And probably that's part of like how this occult, business hides their doings, is like wrapping it up in the mundane, right? And there is stairwells or um, you know elevators that are taken, as we have different perspectives of Oliver in an elevator, Luther probably climbing up a couple stairwells to get up there, as the I imagine patience is not his strong suit in some ways. And then Malik is already up there on the floor waiting impatiently for the others to arrive. And then eventually we see Siegfried come out from outside near the subway station and climb up the stairs and cross the
That's you
street.
playing the guitar on the way up.
You just have the guitar out. I love it. You're just playing it. And Jurgen's just like following you, but at a distance to where he doesn't feel like the weirdo. Because you're playing the guitar right now, and he's just like, "Oh, you're drawing too much attention." It's like,
Wait,
his dinner time.
That's probably a metal string guitar too, isn't it? So it doesn't even sound good because it needs to be plugged into an amp.
Clang, 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 clang. It has that clangy noise. I love it.
But it's up too loud so you can still hear it.
Or
Man.
and then so I like to think that Oliver definitely arrives first to the room that is like this office meeting room space, like foyer. There's no one behind the front desk, but when Oliver comes in, stabilized by his cane, he kind of can see over these cubicles to this one like glass room kind of in the center, and they're like the cubicles look like they're here to look like they're here. Like this place is obviously not used for the purpose it's designed to be used for. It's like totally a front. There's like there, but it's perfectly clean. There's no dust. There's no but it doesn't look like anyone's actually worked here in weeks. Like there's like you don't know why you get that vibe. It's just too clean. But then that glass room, you kind of look over there and you see someone, a silhouette of someone, or maybe a shoulder or whatnot of what would be Malik's character. Like in that room where okay, there's someone here, and this is where you were told to come for Mr. Sterling, but you don't see Mr. Sterling. Like this person is not Mr. Sterling. You can quite easily tell that with your wariness. Um, um, what as you approach, who would like to describe their character first as like a reminder for us of like what do they kind of see as part of their introductions first together, and then you guys can take the scene away if you want to do any role play with just the two of you as you wait for Luther and the others to arrive.
Who's playing Malik again?
That would be me.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello there.
Well, the first thing that you would probably notice and probably be confused by is the fact that this is a kid. Like, yes, he is older. Yes, you can tell that he probably isn't in like high school or middle school or anything anymore, but it is a kid. Like, probably has never drank anything in his life, does such little life experience, and he's coming in literally hobbling like some kind of little Timmy or something like that. And he just comes in and looks to you and is like, hello? Where's Mr. Sterling?
Okay, what your guy would see, or your character, sorry, would see is kind of a smart, savvy guy in a little lab coat. I don't know how well to describe him besides an unassuming nerd, I guess. Sorry. Either way, my character is gonna look down at yours, confused a little bit, and he's gonna ask, "Are you supposed to be here? Who are you?"
I think so. My name is Oliver Grimm. I was told to come here by Mr. Sterling. Mr. Sterling told me to come here because he has a job for me. I've been working with him for a little while, and I need his help. But in order for him to help me, I need to help him first. Where is he?
Calm down, you're freaking out a little bit.
I am. And then he sort of like reaches into his jacket and holds on to something. You can't quite see what. I am.
Okay, it's fine. Look, here's a place to sit. Just sit around, wait. That's what I'm doing. Just waiting for a bunch of people to get here.
And who are you? And who else is coming? I thought it would just be me.
Well, my name's Malik. That's as much as I probably can say. I don't know what I can and can't say just yet. Look, I'm just waiting like you. For now.
Right. Okay. Are you a doctor, a scientist? You're wearing a lab coat, and this is last I checked. This is a financial office. I don't.
Something of the sort. I dabble in a few things. You get a few holes in you, I could patch you up.
Oh, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. I tend to get a few holes, I guess.
Oh. Alright, well, if that ever happens, I'll be willing to check you over.
Right, and maybe I can help you too. I'm a chemistry student, so I know some things. Maybe. I don't know.
Can you make any weapons?
Uh,
Good
it
question.
depends what kind of weapons you're looking for. I usually make medicine, drugs for Mr. Sterling. He asks me to make this concoction that I found, but I can make other things too.
Well, I mean, that helps, but I was assuming you meant boom when you said chemicals and stuff.
Well, uh, is unending fire like boom?
Oh, I like the sound of that. That's quite useful.
Good, good. I want to be useful at least.
Yeah, you're eager too. That's very nice.
Um, I would like to say with both of your wariness scores, definitely. I think Oliver by this point picks up on that, like, Malik has been much more involved with Mr. Sterling and knows
Right.
a little
This
bit
guy
more.
knows a bit more what's up.
Yeah.
I'm also a little too calm for this.
Yeah, and like the lab coat you feel is like partially true. Like you're not
Yeah, that
quite like sure how much of a doctor he is, really. He might just wear it because he wants to wear it. Kind of
like this
vibe.
guy is kind of to me looking like a mad scientist in a place that a mad scientist probably shouldn't be.
Yes. And then in the opposite spectrum, as you get a good look over Oliver, like he has this weird dirt in odd places that he obviously needs to take a shower. Like he got really messy recently. He's done a decent job trying to get it off him. And this guy has cried today. Like you can see his cheeks are puffy, his eyes and whatnot. Like
Oh
he's
no.
there's something devastating that has happened to Oliver today. Like you can
I
clearly
would like
perceive.
to add,
You're not
Siegfried
there yet.
didn't just show up
No, you're not
and
yet there
sit
yet.
down.
I got you. I got you. Got you. One second.
Oh, he's gonna have a
One second.
moment. Oh,
Okay.
he has something planned.
I got an idea. I got like, just give me 1 second. Give me 1 second because there's a thing I
Sorry,
want to
sorry,
do.
sorry.
Hey,
Sorry,
you're
go
good.
on.
You're good. I like you. But I would I'd say as you take it in and take this pause, your vigilance scores pick up on two things. And I where in the distance where I imagine it's like on an opposite wall to where the elevator is that Oliver came on. You hear a door kind of boom open, and Luther is my hint here. And then at the same time the elevator the like the elevator dings and we have Siegfried kind of coming out of the elevator and these weird twang music noises and another gentleman's name behind him going, sir, perhaps you should put it away. We are here. Is kind of the idea. And so
You
Are you
should put
talking
it
about the
away.
guitar or the axe?
Put it away.
the guitar is what he's saying. He has the axe right now in the thing.
Okay, so he's entering and playing the riff of Wordsworth.
I love it. Okay. Would they would probably see Siegfried before Luther, as I imagine Luther has to walk through cubicles in an awkward way to actually get to where they're at more, than where Siegfried's at. So, Greed, would you describe Siegfried of what they see as he kind of starts to put away his guitar, perhaps, or sling it over his shoulder, and then he looks over and sees this glass room, knows this is okay, maybe one of these people's Mr. Sterling. You've only ever talked to him over the phone, by this point. So, you're gonna like, hey, he told me to come here, kind of thing. What do they see of Siegfried? What does he look like?
Yeah, Siegfried's got this long, dirty blonde kind of hair. Um, I'm undecided on the beard. I want to say he's got a goatee.
Yeah.
And she just walks right into the room, also whiskey on the rocks, and basically just waits on being called upon by whoever the fuck Mr. Sterling is, because he's not playing games. He doesn't like to ask around, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck asked me here? He doesn't do that. He just waits.
What did you do with did you give your guitar to Jurgen? Is that what you did?
Nah, I just slapped it over his back.
Okay, so your guitar is like there. And okay. All right. There's by this point, you notice the whiskey in the corner. He's poured it for himself as he just knew it was there for whatever reason. I rolled a luck check and I got a +2, so for the whiskey.
Nice.
Innate sense of whiskey.
Innate sense of whiskey. And then you guys see
beard
When I'm
not
drinking
coming in.
whiskey.
He's
I
not
see
coming
this
in.
man with no beard, but he will eventually get a beard because I know how the pacing of this game goes.
That's funny. Outside this like glass like office room, I would like to describe real quickly. You see a 6 foot plus 5 plus, very athletic, black German man. You heard his voice. I forgot. I need to do my German accents and my English accent if I can. But nevertheless, he has this
German accents are hard, don't worry.
They are. He has this. It's a guitar case, but it like looks really too big for the guitar that he has for him. Like it's obviously designed to carry some more things than that. It's a custom kind of box thing. He just kind of like looks in and then posts himself up outside as like on guard sort of situation. And that's what Luther sees as he comes up is a guy that's almost as big as him, but not magically so. So he looks small still somehow. So Luther like
What is not
comes up.
magically supposed to mean?
Wait. So Jürgen is magically tall?
No, that's not that. I'm saying opposite. Jurgen is big for a normal human. He's a big guy.
Oh, okay.
But he's just like
You're
still
magically buff, and
like,
he
he's
is like
trained,
actually physically
he's
buff.
done training. He's weightlifted. Like he's a big guy, but he's not Luther, who has like magical extra things that make him just look enormous for whatever reason. Like the way the Nephilim stuff is described, it's just like you just feel bigger, even if you're not necessarily.
Okay, gotcha.
You know what? Like
I'm
you
not-
know what I mean? Like
I'm not even
like Luther just-
transformed yet.
I know,
You're,
but
yeah,
I
you're
just
not a
mean,
bug. You're a bug in a fucking bodysuit.
like his
And
body
he's like a
feels
buff
like,
dude.
yeah. You just feel like there's this like, and I think that's also kind of like the weirdness that comes from the occultist magic vibe thing. Is like there's a vibe about Luther that he carries more
An energy,
with him. Yeah.
an aura.
That like makes Jurgen like move out of the way, and Jurgen looks like a guy that doesn't move out of the way of things. Like it's like one of those things, like that vibe. And then you just see this big other black man come in the room. Would you like to remind everyone, Lust, of what Luther looks like?
Sure, yeah. He is 6'8". He is certainly buff. Not entirely magical. He does physically work out himself. But yes, his picture I have already drawn is far up a little bit more in the chat. Doesn't really have long hair, short
Yes.
buzz cut type thing. His eyes, I did forget to mention this, but if you can strain your neck to look him in the eyes, you would be able to notice his eyes look glassy or hollow, like something you would see in a doll. For some reason, has very, very light 5 o'clock shadow. Doesn't really have much of a beard, and his facial features are more angular, blockish, so to speak. But his clothing is he only stands out in a crowd because he's so fucking huge. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't be able to tell them apart from anyone else. And he just looks dead serious. He's not acknowledging anyone here as he steps into the room. And he doesn't sit down either. He just stands off to the side.
Yeah, it's like one of those long office tables with multiple chairs and stuff around
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
You see Malik, this like nerdy looking guy in a lab coat. And then next to him in another seat, you see this very, gaunt, pale looking, big glasses, nerdy college student. God, he looks so young. Like he could be like one of your son's age. Like what? Like really? Like he looks baby face, I imagine. In that aspect. And then, you see Siegfried. You saw the big other guy, Jurgen, standing out there. He just kind of like moved away from you as you came in. You saw Mr. Sterling earlier today. He's not in the room right now, and I think that makes you even more irritated by the aspect of what you've already had to deal with tonight. I will let you guys interact for a few moments before I continue. What do you guys do?
Oh, hey, look, backup. About time.
You know these guys?
Nope.
Sort of just gripping my cane, like holding it close, just kind of making myself small.
You look pathetic. Come on.
I-
Look,
I-
you need some
I- a
water,
little
actually?
bit. I could use some water, yeah.
All right, let me go get you some water. I'm gonna walk
Somebody
off.
say
and-
water? I could use some. It was a long journey.
All right, I'm
You
gonna
was
stop right there, a little annoyed, look back and say, "Yeah, I got you," before going and getting 2 glasses of water.
Where did you come from?
Oh, I was called by a certain Mr. Sterling. Does the name ring a bell?
Yes. I'm just going to assume that we were all called by Mr. Sterling, wherever the hell he is.
Yeah, you guys are kind of obvious. Like, we're all kind of a freak show, aren't we? Compared to the rest of the establishment.
Yeah, I guess so. Empty office with nobody in it in the middle of the night, on whatever floor that we're even on. Yeah, I'd probably say so.
We're on the second floor, to be specific.
I'm a little out of it, I'll admit. It's been a long day.
Are you alright, my good man?
No.
Neither am I. Just fucking X around, in a fucking city square. And my friend here, who insists he's my servant, and I still don't understand why, was like, "You fucking X around, scared the people," and I was like, what the fuck just happened?
Now, when you say axe, do you mean the guitar, like a guitar axe, or are you talking like
The thing in the suitcase.
So there's like a battle axe in there?
Kind of. Like, why did you even let me have it? You're supposed to guard that thing.
There's no response from Jurgen at all. He's just standing outside, just ignoring you.
I mean, seriously, he's supposed to guard the thing. Why did he let Siegfried have that axe when he knows what was happening?
It just appeared in your hand.
What do you mean it just appeared?
That's all I'm gonna say.
Man.
It was just there. Now it's not. We put it away. It's fine. Do any of you know where Mr.
If it just appeared in my hand, then why did I have it in my hand all of a sudden? Peter,
You're the wielder.
What's with you?
I am the heir. That is how it works. I've told you this before.
Yeah, you told me a lot of things, but many of those things don't even make sense.
Jurgen stomps away. He's just frustrated. He just walks away and leaves you in the room.
Okay, so I guess
But Siegfried is right.
That's why he's angry. Is that you're right.
I guess that's you two. And what about you, sir? Looking over at Luther.
Looking over.
Yeah, like over and up.
He feels like he takes up about a quarter of this room. Like you're pretty like it, you know, and it's a decent size like office, like big table, whatnot. And he just feels like that entire quarter of the room is his.
Luther would. Luther definitely has his arms crossed, and he's been staring forward. Only like the most movement he's been doing is just his eyes, like keep. You know when someone's like just annoyed by what's going on, but really doesn't want to deal with it, but their eyes just can't help but keep commenting on what's going on around them. That type of shit, as he just keeps looking at Siegfried over and over again, and just like,
Yeah,
what the
like
fuck?
you can tell that he is having like an entire conversation in his head that he's just like deciding not to say.
Exactly. But so as soon as you
That's perfect.
so as soon as you words as soon as you throw words at him, because I can't find the proper word to say it, he says, "Is your name Sterling?"
No, Oliver Grimm. I keep saying it, but
That I don't have any
I-
business with you.
right. I guess everyone's here for Sterling, wherever he is. Wherever
You
he
guys
is.
hear the elevator ding again.
And it's me with the water.
Sure. Sure. If you, why not? But you also
Yeah,
have with you a another man. He's
Man.
in
man.
he's in he wears a t-shirt that has army on it in yellow, green t-shirt. It's very tight fitting. He wears pants, fatigue pants, that have this big belt, you know, military buckle on it. He has obviously a flashlight, a other pockets on the belt, everything other than an actual gun itself, on this big ass belt, and it just like feels like it needs a gun, but there's no gun,
He
kind
is
of
the
thing.
gun.
And then he has like fatigue pants that like get tucked into his big like black boots, military boots that he's wearing, and he's like uh obviously annoyed that Malik is the one that's here. Malik, you know this to be you just know him as Gable. Sometimes he's called he Sterling calls him Agent Gable. And Gable is one of the he's a guy, if you need a weapon, he knows how to get you a weapon. Kind of
Oh, my
thing. He's
favorite
like
guy.
kind of thing, and he's just like very straight backed military, like he but he gets the vibe that you're not sure if he was ever in the military, if that makes sense. It's like a guy that celebrates the military, but never actually was allowed to enlist or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, there's 100%
Okay.
that vibe from Agent Gable. Um, and he has kind of like curly, slicked back hair. He obviously puts a lot of product in it, and to keep the curls like straight on his head. And he comes into the room. The musk cologne off of him is like intense once he's in the room, to be sure. He very machismo kind of thing, I imagine, at the same time. And he, well, I'm here to see if you're ready. He looks each and one of you down, and he looks up at Luther. He's like 6 foot, and you're still you're bigger than him. And he kind of seems annoyed that he has to look up at you, at the same time. And he's like,
Who are
"All right,
you?
I'm here to make sure you're ready. I just told you who I am. You don't
It's
need
your
to know.
name,
This is a need to
motherfucker.
know basis, sir. You ask another question, and I will make you give me 50.
What 50? What the fuck are you talking about?
Get down, 50 right now. 50 push-ups.
No.
Now.
No.
He looks at you and he just is like, he walks away. He goes back. He goes down the stairs. He walks away. And he's just like, and then
Fucking owned.
he
You
just,
failed the test.
You
and
failed that.
You
So
hit him with the no.
Who actually failed here, though?
bad. No.
he as he didn't expect there to be a German musician standing here. He didn't know what to do with his own kind of racism a little bit. He stops and he
Well,
and
Germans
you in the corner.
don't exactly take kindly to just being told what to do, you know.
Wait,
he
he's
just-
racist to the German before the black guy?
well, then he sees everything laying out in here. That's what that's kind of like his brain just like popped a little bit, and he just like you told him no, and then he saw who he was about to talk to, and he saw a cripple. Right, he saw
Oh, no.
Malik, who is a crazy guy that wears a lab coat. Like he has no idea anything about Malik other than that. And then he sees Luther, who's obviously a mechanic. Like he's dirty, he's wearing his mechanic outfits and all that. He's a big guy, and he's just like, "This is hopeless," and he walks out.
And Sigmund is just like he turns to Jürgen and goes, "Dude, can you believe this fucking asshole? He's just like, whoa, give me 50. Like, what the fuck kind of 50 does he even mean?"
You, however,
What's
get
his problem?
the impression after you take everything in that just happened that you should follow him. That he's gonna take
No.
Going
the next thing, and if you like, following him is where Mr. Sterling is. You kind of get that weird vibe from it. That's how he's gonna communicate it to you after what just happened. So, the idea is, how long do you wait before you follow the racist bastard? Is the question.
I don't follow at all.
I think so. Wait, does everyone pick up on this? That he's just not gonna say
Oh
it?
yes, oh yes. It's one of those things that the way he left, the way he looked at all you after he was told no, is very obvious, and he just chose not to speak because he was about to explode.
Oh.
I can humiliate
He
him
turned
further
away,
anyway,
yeah,
so
when-
yes, I
Luther-
follow.
Luther-
I'm going to insult him further.
Luther is absolutely going to, as a dad, is going to be like, if you want something, you could speak up about it.
Ooh, that was a bad choice of words.
We tell them politely but firmly to leave.
You hear down the hall, echoed from this very obviously like bigger room with how the echo carries. You hear his yell going, "What the fuck is this, Mr. Sterling? You told me you would bring me a capable team, and you bring me a I'm not using all the expletives that he's using as he goes
Cool.
through.
They were all
And-
bleeped out.
and Mr. Sterling says, "Well, I asked," and he waits for him to continue, and then you hear just like in mid yell a guttural like happen from the guy from Gable, and then there's this loud thunk. And then in the moment where you even have a chance to react, like this is down a hallway, you guys have started to loosely follow him, but you haven't really turned the corner down and gone up, gone to where he's at this kind of back office area, and the lights flicker, and all of a sudden, Malik recognizes him, Lucy recognizes him, and Oliver question mark. I can't remember if we discussed if you've met Mr. Sterling before.
I don't remember either, to be honest. I know that I've worked with him, but I don't know if I've
Yeah,
met him.
we'll say this is the first time you've met him, but then with an idea, you see him just appear after the lights flicker back on. He's just there. He didn't walk towards you. He didn't like stroll towards you. There was just a flicker of light. You heard the throat, and then in the distance, in that back room, you hear Gable going, "Mother, damn, what?" Ugh. And the like, and Mr. Sterling just looks through you all almost like there's this energy from this guy that none of you have felt before. Malik is a little more used to it because he's worked with Mr. Sterling for many months by this point. But there's still that energy that when you're in his presence, Malik, it is just it makes your goosebumps on your shoulder. Like he does not. He's so still. He's so inert. He's so calculated with his movements. Malik's never sure if he's actually seen him breathe. Like that vibe. Like he's not sure if he moves at all to breathe. Like, does he breathe? You're not sure. Um, Malik probably chooses not to question it past that point because it's kind of crazy to think about that, he doesn't breathe. But nevertheless,
Giving a
if
nervous smile.
when he gives you that look, he just looks through you all and then he turns his shoulders away from you and he kind of talks over his shoulder, carrying his voice over his shoulder. Please follow me back here. We will discuss in a more secure room than this. And
Already
he
on the way.
looks you up and down and realizes that obviously, if you have any weapons, he doesn't seem to care about it, but he doesn't seem to think you as threatening in that aspect. And when you go back to the room, Gable is laying out some guns, knives, grenades, whatnot, like on a table, and then he sees you all in the room, and once you're all in the room so he can leave the room, he promptly leaves the room. And you can see he has this giant fucking bruise on his neck.
Jesus.
And this guy's a big guy, like he's pretty strong himself. So and Mr. Sterling sits down at this table situation, folding table, folding chairs. There's some papers and the like. And then on that table is this obvious apparatus that has this like black cloth draped over it to cover up what it is. But the apparatus like hums, and the humming matches the hum in the room. Like it's almost like once you get in this room, you realize how like sterile and white and like this room has been designed for a specific purpose. Like it doesn't, like everything feels compacted in a way. Like there's an extra pressure. Like is the gravity higher like in the room or something? Like there's just
Hyperbolic time chamber.
it just feels odd when you come in this room. At this point, Siegfried, Jurgen, not wanting to lose sight of you, like runs behind you, realizing you're kind of following back to this back room. And when you break the threshold, just expecting Jurgen to follow behind you, you there's like there's this weird vibe you get, and for whatever reason you just feel, and all of the sudden the axe is in your hand. It's just with you in this room, and it's obviously here to like protect you or something. It's a different vibe. Like this is like, and it's like, and you look down at your hand, and your hand is literally frozen to the axe handle. Like it doesn't hurt, it doesn't anything, but it's like in your hand. You cannot let go of this thing. This thing is here.
Siegfried looks at Jürgen and is like, "What the fuck, man? Why is the axe in my hand again? The last time I went totally fucking bonkers.
And
Why
when you
is it in my hand right now?"
Jurgen comes in the room and he's like, I don't understand, sir. What's happening? And all of you kind of are like in shock too. Mr. Sterling is the first time he seems actually interested in what you guys are here for. He's looking over at the fang in Siegfried's hand. And then the fang, there's some like a weird reaction to like the pressure in this room, like from the fang, and then like the room like reacts back, and you all get this really high-pitched noise in your head. You like instinctually want to hold your ears, but it's not like sound, it's like in your head. It's like telepathy, like it's like this like thing going in your head. I need
Use this fuck, like he was a musician at first, right? And suddenly this big black man named Jürgen of all names arrived.
Yes.
Suddenly he's like, "What the fuck is happening?" He's so confused.
I would like you all to try to stabilize yourselves with your willpower. You can use or focus. you can roll a discipline check. A discipline not or stability check. I'm sorry. With stability with willpower, discipline with focus. It's not a horror check. It's just like there's this energy that's like attacking you in a way.
Oh,
What's the role?
I need everyone to roll a check to stabilize your mind and or spirit against this. So it's not a horror check. It's just like this energy that's in the room reacting to the thing. So you can use roll with focus and add any points in discipline for that, or you for your skill, or you can use willpower and use stability to skill for like the thing. Either one makes sense for that idea. It is, as you know, in D&D terms, this is a save or suck check. Like if you don't pass the check, you know,
It's so weird when you
you're
use
gonna
in
be
D&D. Like
yeah.
in D&D, 4 is like the worst possible thing, and in this game, 4 is like really fucking high. It's so odd. I need some time to get used to it.
Yeah, four is like a pretty good base number for things. Like, and then at some point in the game, it gets like 6 is probably like a good way. So you try to find easier ways to get a higher number for free.
But do we get something like proficiency when 4 is getting bad and 6 is getting high, or what's going to happen?
Like your stats will go up
We will cry.
eventually at some point.
Every
Oh, okay.
every 5 levels you get an attribute. They still can't go above 5, but nevertheless.
But the skills are really important too, because the skills being higher rank means that you get more ways
More,
to
yeah.
cheat the dice.
Yeah, basically.
Wait, was I supposed to get an attribute for focus 5?
You can add your focus. Yeah, I said you could. Okay.
Oh no.
You know what? The whole time, Siegfried is just going to play fucking Black Sabbath, because why not?
Oh goodness. Okay, so you
War
spend
picks.
the 3 temp strain. Okay. Okay, cool. You all are able to like steel yourself, if you will, and eventually this loud ringing noise goes out and you all hear more clearly, if you will, Siegfried and Jurgen arguing about what the fuck is going on and then um, it settles, so to speak, and Siegfried. You got a okay. You got a 4. Okay. The Fang, kind of realizes that I don't know. You realize that you're safe or that the things are what going on. There's the sense of release that happens at this. And for the very first time since you've had the Fang in these last few weeks, you don't necessarily feel its pull. There's something about this room that kind of like stifled it or something like that. And
Can
it
we
was
do something
reacting-
funny? Like, let's say the fang appears in his hand and he just drops it like, "Stop interrupting my guitar play, asshole."
Okay. That's fun. Well, with
And
that,
just plays Iron Man by Black Sabbath.
I love well, you're able to like put the fang down and it like um to you now instead of like the weight that gets in your hand when you hold it, like it feels like a normal weapon. It doesn't look like that by any means, right? But it feels like just a piece of metal or whatnot. Like it is. There's something about this room that like caused that to happen, if you will.
Yeah, and I like to think Siegfried is annoyed and Jürgen is relieved, in a way.
Yes. it calms down, right? And Mr. Sterling, realizing that everything's okay, he has this weird kind of smile on his face. He's like, well, gentlemen, it is nice to meet all of you now more in person and have you here with me. You see this about 5'10" man. He is dark hair, slick back over his head, hangs around his shoulder. He obviously has spent a lot of time with his hands like swiping through his hair, and it just has that vibe where he like pulls it back often. Um, pale skin, kind of an unnerving look about him. And his eyes are dark brown, almost opaquely black. He has a very 1980s, office styled suit for the downtown kind of, you know, um, trading lawyer vibe with this big kind of poofy trench coat thing on. One of his left hand in the pocket, kind of pulling it back very nonchalantly. And he stands above a table, puts his hand on it, and kind of gestures. Well, with that drama out of the way, I know each of you. I am indeed Mr. Sterling, and I am in need of your aid. And if you would give me a few moments to explain, I will be able to solve all of your problems in one. But I need help to solve one myself. And he pulls the drape off this apparatus on the table. And Malik has no idea what this is. He just knows it's magical. No idea. He knows it's something that
Cool.
Sterling has weird shit, and this is one of his weird shit things. That's the simplest terms. Luther, it looks very similar, like the thing you shunted into the water. It has a very similar vibe with its construction. It's not exactly the same, but it has a very similar feel to it. Like it comes from the same piece of something. Like the Legos your son played with when he was younger, and the like kind of vibe I get. And then Siegfried, you don't know why it doesn't look like the axe. It doesn't like at all have that same ambiance, but for some reason it just makes you feel like it's something similar to the axe. Like it is magical, like the axe, and it has like a purpose that's much older. Like it doesn't look like a recent creation at all. And Oliver, this looks like a piece of what you saw the pattern of. Like this is part of the coil.
The machine.
It's a piece, like a key element to its like energy system in the center part of it. And it's inert because of whatever this room does. Like from what you've seen that if this is indeed this energy part of it that kind of synthesizes everything together, this is the equivalent of a transmutation stone, a philosopher's stone, in like bigger terms. Like that's kind of the vibe of what this is in a way. And this thing would emanate an energy from it, and it's just completely just silent. This room itself is just unnerving to all of you. In like you're not sure any of your magic or abilities that you kind of deal with or wrestle with would actually work at all in this room, kind of vibe. And once he unveils it, he says, "This is a ancient device that has been unearthed recently. By that I mean in the last 10 years or so. And being put together by a group of what we know to be called the Obsidian Mirror. Each of you have interacted with them in the last 24 to 48 hours as they are taking actions currently against the city, trying to use the convergence of its power grid, its water source, and its people to an end that I don't think many of us would agree is safe or the like. He seems very concerned and somber by this point. You each have abilities that I've been watching for years. Ideas that I know will become useful if pushed in the right direction, and I need people that can go beyond and understand or have reason to, and he looks at Luther, to make choices beyond their understanding. I need those choices now. Luther, I know you're impatient, but he is. I don't. I have a vague idea where he currently is, and I need more time to gather information. But if I take the time gathering that information and I don't get the help I need from you all, the consequences of going after your son may seem dire to the city. I have an agent already in the field that I need you to go meet with. And destabilize elements of this coil that have already been set up around the city. If the chaos they want is enacted, this obsidian mirror, there will be screams tonight. There will be blood tonight. In the thousands. I need you all to basically roll a horror check versus despair towards the idea that all of you have seen something in the last 48 hours, whether it's the Fang from Siegfried, Luther, and his own magic being innately or reactively activated as he tries to investigate his son and shunt the magic device. Oliver and what happened to Silas, like, in and of itself, each of you have an element that's kind of like, like shit, like these things are somehow connected. So I would like a difficulty of 2 for a sanity or discipline, focus or willpower horror check to see if you get stressed out in simplest terms.
I'm really
Okay.
happy I put my stats the way I did.
What do
So-
we roll again? 3DF plus 2?
If you 3DF plus your focus or willpower, whatever.
Thank you.
So I got a -2, but I have a focus of 4. So could I just leave it at that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
A 2.
A
Damn.
2. Apparently
Oh.
all I need. So
Frogman got -1.
Damn.
Oh no!
Total negative.
That is 1 9.
Oh my god. A
Holy
-3
shit.
plus 2.
Do you have a rank? What did you use? Focus or willpower?
It's the same shit, I'm pretty sure. Let me double check.
It does matter to the skill, is why I ask.
Yeah, let me double check. I don't have it
Which is
saved, it seems.
oh.
Can you give me the link again, Seth?
It's in your chat. The chat I made for you under the main chat for Orpheus titled your character's name. There's
Oh, do that. There we go.
okay. So you have a C in discipline, so we're using your focus because your discipline's better than your stability, I imagine. So if you want, you could spend the 3 mental strain you're able to spend to get to the 2 and beat the check.
Yeah, give me the 2. Mental strain 3.
Yeah.
No, I have 6 left. Okay, all good.
All right. Each of you pass, but this is stressful in and of itself with how horror check work. So if each of you stand to lose 2 stress damage from this idea, nonetheless, it was going to be much more than that with the failure. So your force of will or acuity, depending on what you have spent, kind of allows you to negate damage and absorb damage with strain. Is the kind of idea. So if you I don't have all of your sheets open. I just have Siegfried's open right now. Siegfried, you would have to spend 2 more mental strain to negate that damage, or you could take 2 light clarity mental damage, basically.
So I have to spend 5 mental strain in total.
Essentially, yeah.
Okay, I'm doing that. Yeah, no problem.
And then the rest of you, do you negate the damage, or do you take the
So how much damage did you say is coming? Sorry.
2 stress?
Okay, so since I have 1 force of will, I'll use 1 mental.
Sure.
Boom.
I have 1 force of will, so I would only need
You
to
would
use
1 strain.
1. Okay, so I'll spend the 1 spiritual because I used willpower.
Okay. Malik, you would only have to spend 1 mental strain to avoid the damage.
Restore some strength at end of the session. Right?
Possibly.
Yeah, you were at
Okay.
full when we started. You should have. Yeah, you all gained enough at the end of the session.
Good.
That's fine. Okay. With that, okay. With you guys kind of taking that all in, so to speak. Sterling looks over at you all and is going to continue to say, well, are you going to assist? I will understand if you say no, and I will help you, Luther and Oliver, like I said. But I do not think Malik and I and Siegfried, I hate to involve you in this. I know you are simply just trying to understand, but I
Exactly, man. I'm just a musician. What are we in for anyway? Please explain.
He looks at
I'm
you.
only asking for an explanation, not for much.
You are the wielder of the Fang. You are not just a musician. He knows.
It was until this young guy appeared and insisted to be my servant. Like, do you know the implications of that here in the United States at this time of year?
Luther just gives him like the strongest side eye that could possibly be given.
Mr.
He
Sterling
said wrong, bro.
step back to see if they're going to be fist thrown. And then he gestures over to the table that Agent Gable set up. I have whatever resources you think you might need.
The entire time. Oh, sorry. You can go.
It's just weapons on the table. There's nothing utility based on it.
If you want there to be a utility based thing that I didn't think of off the top of my head, there definitely can be. Like it's like items to break into things and protect yourself, and if there's a couple like Kevlar vests and things, and like so.
I've got an axe. Do you have guns? Do you have any fucking guns?
There's guns over there. Is the gesture?
He takes a fucking gun.
The entire time, Oliver has been kind of just zoning out, staring at the coil itself. He looks up to Mr. Sterling and says, I need this.
He smiles when you say that, in a way that makes you a little uncomfortable. And he says, well, your prescience is... And he just smiles again, like happy that you kind of said these things even more. I was going to give it to you. Without this, you will not have what you need. My agent, I think what he has with him will only be of use for one. There are potentially 3 things that must be deactivated, but I don't know if sending us in separate directions is the best ploy either. So that's why I wish you to go to the water district below, but he seems kind of nervous about that. And you just hear guns being cocked in the distance as Siegfried looks at what he's trying to grab.
Just shoving all the guns that he can into his pockets.
Mr. Sterling will bring out this weird suitcase thing. Like, it's obviously a case that's been designed for this coil, if you will, to like.
Let's say I'm taking an SMG. What's the damage?
I gotta look up. SMG. I have it here. I will post it. Give me.
I would question an SMG in the 80s, but we're dealing with a vampire. So I'm not
We're
going
dealing with
to
fantasy in
He's
general.
seen it all, bro.
Let's fuck logic, shall we?
I think it's yeah.
Damn.
We're dealing with a Nephilim, a vampire, a grafter, and like a fucking guy who goes crazy when he touches an axe. Fantasy. Realism doesn't matter.
I mean,
I could
it
definitely
does
get
to
the
a
vibe
point.
that it, I feel, I'm getting flagged for looking at guns.
No.
Come on, this is America. You're not black.
That's funny.
Going for the black guy!
Yeah, that's why I said it.
He's allowed.
There were some things like that.
That's not fair. He walked into that one.
The Uzi was around at that time, so there you go. Maybe that's what
But SMG's not better than the fucking X, except maybe a bit of range.
Yeah, you're kind of bound to the weapon, so it's a unique weapon. It's not generic.
Okay,
Also,
fuck
the
you,
axe
fuck
has
the gun, man.
abilities.
Like if you had I'm pretty sure Jeremiah's gun was better than like an SMG.
Yeah, dude.
Magic.
It was a
way
revolver.
better.
You only could shoot it a couple times, but it hit like a truck.
Yeah.
I made a specific stat block for it.
I only needed like 2 bullets max most of the time.
Yeah. Melee is designed to hit harder.
The 4-4 per bullet or for the entire attack?
Well, so guns in this game
when we
are
get
based
there,
on
we'll get there.
bullets, kind
They're
of.
based on bullets, yes. You can do a rate of fire thing. It costs basically a shit ton of initiative, but you can basically just unload the clip. There's a mechanic for it. Guns kill good. Okay, you guys don't have a lot of HP. Like, death is like a very real thing in this game. It's not D&D where you have hundreds of HP. So,
some have
You
hundreds
don't
of
have it
HP.
anyway, unless you're a barbarian or fighter.
well, yeah. Okay, well,
Protection.
for clarification on the DM side of things, before we take a quick potty break and then transition to the scene with meeting with Dr. Current down in the subway, does anyone have anything they want to declare, like Siegfried, that they grab? And if it's not something that's aforementioned, that's an obvious thing he would have, you'll have to roll a luck check to see if it's actually there.
Luther would grab a flashlight. Just
There's obviously a handful of flashlights.
yeah, he would grab just a flashlight, but he would say and ask, kind of in the same regard. So, if I have this straight, you provided me with the information of where my son is, and me finding him myself ain't gonna be as reliable as me helping you and you looking for my son. Do I got that clear?
Basically, Luther, if you help me here, you help the city. If you don't help me here, I help you find your son, and we hope the city survives the night.
Why should I help out at all? What's the point of this? What are you
Jurgen,
even doing?
Jurgen steps forward and says, "We will help you, sir, because we."
Jürgen, shut up! I'm asking this motherfucker.
He just looks at you with that look like if you weren't the wielder, I'd punch you in the fucking face right now, like kind of thing. And Sterling looks over at Siegfried and says, "As I said, I cannot demand you participate in this, but the longer we debate it, the less time, I'm sorry, we give the city. We need to act
Give
so
some details, no? Give us something.
well.
Something we're fighting for.
The city and innocent people is not enough."
No.
He
Siegfried.
smiles at that. Mr. Sterling smiles at that a little bit, and he says, "Well, we have discussed with your tour the $100,000 package that you will earn. I will make it 250."
Make it better. Just give me a reason. Something we're fighting against. If we're going to be heroes or something, then that's gonna be worth it. Just give us a fucking reason.
He just looks perturbed a little bit by this whole idea.
Uh,
And he's
You're gonna die
I think
otherwise.
Luther sighs out loud very pointedly. Of course the rocker boy is obsessed with fame. How are you gonna be famous if everyone's dead? You fucking idiot.
That is a fair point, actually. Okay, I'm done.
Jurgen gives Luther this look of like, "Oh my god, I love you." Like, it's just like someone finally said it to his face. Oh my god.
I just basically wanted this entire time. He just wanted a good damn reason. And everybody said, "How are you gonna be famous?" And he's like, "Hell yeah, thank you, I'm down." It's so good.
Mr. Sterling locks eyes with Luther, and he's giving you that awkward smile too, like kind of saying thank you in a way for your reason. And he says, "Well, I have a car below. It's a quick drive down. And he gives you a paper with an address kind of situation of where to go to meet at the subway station that Dr. Curran is, and he clarifies, "You're following Dr. Current. He does not look like a doctor. He looks like a homeless person. He has a pet rat that is obviously not a normal rat.
I'm giving it
It's quite
skills.
large."
Doctors and scientists
this-
look like homeless
I-
people. What's the difference?
Does Dr. Current ever live on the shoreline like a homeless man?
I think he has a boat. Yeah, I think like
Because I'm just wondering if the Rat King is a local nomenclature. Like no one knows Dr. Sterling, but they know of the Rat King.
Like, who the fuck is this guy? I only know Rat King.
That's all I'm wondering. either I add it to my knowledge base or I completely ignored and I have no idea who the fuck this is.
You want me to like roll a luck check or something? Like I don't.
I want to like do like normal people know of Rat King or no?
I mean, I'm around. I'm like, I know
Okay,
normal people.
Does
Let's put it that way.
What kind of wrecking? Like an actual wrecking or
Yeah.
No,
like
he's just a
I
like
think-
the homeless man
and
who
metal
plays with
tails and
rats.
shit?
No,
Oh, I would. Yes, that.
Luther-
Yeah, probably. It's
if
probably a cover,
Luther,
yeah.
if anyone, would probably know this, just because I think of him being so close to like, the street life, if you will.
yeah, that's why I'm wondering. Like, do normal people know of this homeless guy who plays with rats?
Yeah, probably. Probably a cover.
Yeah, I imagine it's like really local knowledge.
Yeah.
Like, it's not something that's like, across citywide. It's like these few blocks, if you will, like know of this weird guy that everyone calls the Rat King. That live in those, apartments and stuff in that area.
Okay, so
But
then
I do think Luther would know of recent news reports about rats being found in odd places dead and things like that. Like, it's been something that's been on the radio and whatnot.
yeah, so then like he would not really blink at the Dr. Sterling thing, but he'd certainly be confused at mentioning of rats and homeless man.
To be sure.
Right now, Siegfried just plays his guitar, and the guitar says like, "Iron."
What? You cut out.
Yeah, you cut out a little bit there, man.
The guitar seems to say, "I am Iron Man."
Oh, okay. That's fine. Okay. Well, I love it. All right, you guys grab gear and then see in the corner at this I imagine there's like a loose like chemistry laboratory in this back room, like has different big ass machines at that time, I imagine, for centrifuges or whatever it's called. And Oliver is back there doing things.
Making stuff.
He's crafting some things. And you see Oliver has a small grenade belt next to him that he's grabbed 2 grenades to link onto. And then you see like this loud. There's like weird smells of sulfur and the light coming from that corner, and then bubbling noises, and then finally like a flash of light that ignites. I imagine for the alchemy fire stuff that you're crafting. So how many are you crafting? How much time are you investing here?
How long exactly does it take to make one? Like, how many can I make?
That's another question.
It says it's like a D4 hour or something, or a D3 hour, mostly.
Okay.
Sometimes.
So I'll just roll a 1d3 and see how many from there. Does that sound alright?
Are you talking about Panacea?
Panacea and Alchemist Fire. Making both.
Okay, so yeah, it takes 1d3 hours to craft each one.
Oh, 1d3 hours.
Yes.
Ooh.
So
1d3 hours.
it's how much time determines how many you make. For those things. We didn't we discuss you having some on your person already?
Oh yeah, that probably works too.
I thought
I still don't know exactly how many. Should I just like roll a dice to see how many I have?
Roll a d3 plus 1 for each. So 2d3 plus 1.
Okay, this one will be for Alchemist Fire. So 1, I guess, because I got a -1 there, and then I'll do that again. And one again. I have one of each, I guess.
Wait, is it a D3 or a
No,
5?
it's a D3. So if it
Yeah. It's
yeah,
only one
so
dice.
so if that's a -1, that would actually be 2 of each.
Okay. I have 2 of each.
Yeah. Yeah, 2 of each. For that idea. And then I guess the question goes, so like maybe you like finish making them in the back corner, these couple that you have, and like finalize the formula or like
Yep.
and then you can decide if you want to spend more time. But there's that.
No, we gotta get going.
Like,
Oh,
guy,
yeah.
I know the city's in danger, but look, we can save it after I
I
make.
need a bomb first, guys.
We need the boom.
All right. Either most of you have messaged or said things that you grabbed, so you head downstairs to the parking lot, led by Mr. Sterling. He gives keys to Luther, before anyone else, as he knows Luther's background, I imagine, to that aspect. And then he says, as he hands him off, "I will find Martin. I promise."
Yeah, you better.
And you get into this dark black sedan, four-door, very big 80s boat car, and drive out of the parking lot, squeaking of the tire wheels as you finally get on the street itself, following the best directions you
Don't
can.
be comfy in your white. Why are we in this fucking car?
Go down the street, sir. That's what he said. And you're all like cramped in there. Like it's 5 seat and you're all cramped in there. These
It's uncomfortable. Get off the fucking deck, man.
well, what else? What else am I supposed to do, sir? You guys bickering.
That's on this guy's stick, not on mine.
You guys bicker, and the camera fades out and follows you down in front of you towards the street, to the familiar subway station that we began the session with, and we follow back down the same path that Dr. Current went to, and we blink and we're over his shoulder, with Pinky hunkered down, deciding how they approach these two gentlemen, that are more or less on guard to this odd apparatus. We're not in combat yet.
Oh, God.
Good idea, but like if your actions are to do
Yes,
something
I don't like the
against
sound
them,
of that.
we're gonna roll combat for the stealth aspects for that idea. So I need to take a quick potty break. So we're gonna take a quick, like 5 minutes or so.
This time.
uh,
Are we
Alright.
talking pee or shit? Because I got a shit.
And
Yeah.
go to the bathroom.
it is not a scene with you coming back, so you're good, sir. If you needed a little few minutes, but
Okay, thank you.
I just need to
Oh,
pee
no.
and go check on my dog and see if she needs to go out. So it might be like 5
Yeah.
minutes. Nevertheless, I'll be right back, and then we'll jump with Dr. Current, and then you guys are gonna show up here kind of during this combat, if you will. So I'll be right back.
Oh, God.
Yay, we get combat. Let's go.
Fuck.
I'll be right back too.
I just like how he's just. I know he fucking went to shit himself or something, but I just like how it's like I just want a reason. It's like you want to be famous, right? Yeah. Well, if everyone's dead, how are you gonna be famous? Shit, you're
Yeah.
right. Shit, you're right. Fuck, I didn't think of that.
Think about it.
I'm like, bro. Also,
This is a wacky fucking shit.
I can't. I can't stop laughing to myself every single time that I think of Pinky just being nearby. Because I think I don't know when I drew him like the one eye that's clearly smaller than the other. Like I just wanted one eye bigger than the other, but now I have this idea that both eyes are supposed to be the same size, but one is crammed in the skull, which is why it's sticking out so protrusely.
He probably looks disgusting.
He looks. He's so fucking gross.
I'm giving him like skills right now. I have to give him skills.
And
It's fucked up.
I bet.
Should I give him first aid? Should I give the
Yes.
disgusting rat
Yes.
first aid?
Yes.
Is that fair?
Yes. That's absolutely.
So gross.
I don't know about you, but I'm also imagining he doesn't walk on all fours. He walks on
No.
his two legs.
Yeah, like a cartoon character.
Yeah, Pinky. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of him in my
That's fucking gross.
like you gave him basically like to me he's like partially made with a raccoon.
Yeah.
But like he's a raccoon, a rat, like a capybara, you know, like
There's
an
a bunch
otter.
of rodents.
You know, he's definitely an amalgam of different like rodent creatures.
Yo, wait till I fucking get wings on this guy.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
When I pull him up, like
you attach
Yeah.
giant like vulture wings on him.
Yes.
Just give the
That's
word
fair.
and I'll give the word and I'll
Flying
fucking add
rat.
the wings.
Okay. So Dr. Current, good sir, how are you doing this? Are you
I have a
trying
plan,
to
I don't-
distract them? Are you trying to maybe get Pinky to stealth in there and do something? And you just help him do that because he's less obvious. Is another option. Are you running in there and like, hey guys, and then like throwing down, you know?
Okay, I have a plan. I don't know if it's gonna go good, but I think it
I
involves
want to preface
me.
with one thing before you continue. There's actual NPC rules now that didn't exist in the last campaign.
Oh.
Yeah.
So in simplest terms, I would like you to understand that these are minions, and minions don't have a lot
Oh.
of stuff. Like they have stats and things like that, but the way their wounds work and the way the strain works, it's based upon the number of players involved in the
Okay.
immediate combat. So like these guys, I want you to get that vibe. Like
They're just guys.
you know
Like-
you're more experienced than them.
Oh.
They have skill ranks and they obviously have a gun on them and maybe a knife. But they're like, you know, they're more or less like average people on the street in simplest terms. They're this version of like a guard in D&D, if you will. Like
Okay.
slightly above what
Okay.
but you know from this game is deadly and they have a gun.
Okay, I'm gonna okay, so I'm just gonna bully these guys. So then I'm just gonna baleful dead them. I'm just gonna bully them. Like it's fine.
Okay,
Like,
cool.
for the guards, it's cool.
I was gonna say you
Like,
pull out the garrote wire.
Yeah, they can't do the same thing you guys can do. Like there's a like if we get to like boss level things, that's different. Like bosses are made like PCs. They have that kind of vibe. So, but nevertheless, all right, what do you do?
Okay, so I'm gonna baleful dead one of them because I can only target one of them.
How does your baleful dead work? Since
Okay,
and you're doing
so it is check. Hold on one second. Oh, my alarm's going off. That's okay. So it's I have to check Eldritch, like knowledge Eldritch versus stability will or discipline focus from you. And I guess like based on degrees of success, it does damage and it prompts a breakdown. So hopefully I'm gonna make this dude go insane.
Okay. So, okay, the other layer I want to that is two things I want from you before you roll. One, I want an initiative roll to see if
Okay.
one of them has a chance to see you and do something before you do it.
Okay.
Um as you're like walking out of stealth more or less in simple terms. All right, they are going to share an initiative together to make my life a little easier. For stuff, so because of how initiative works in this game. Um, but where are you? They are the Watcher. Is what I called them. Okay, so they got a 7.
They got a 7.
What'd you get?
I also got a 7.
If I remember correctly, ties go to players first. If it's
Oh wait,
players,
hold on. Do I have an acuity? Wait. No, we're good. I think it's I'm at a 7.
Oh, and
So,
also minions, they don't have acuity, toughness, kind of that stuff. They don't have it. I
oh,
guess
huge.
minions as well. So all right. Okay, so you also got a 7. So it will defer to you for the first action. They are in the immediate moment unaware of you. I imagine you just like kind of swing out and step forward. And then now please describe like what does it look like? What do you do? Are you like do you say something? Is it just this energy source? I've heard so many like baleful to me usually means like scream of some sort, but not necessarily like auditory, right? Is kind of the idea.
Mhm.
But, like, what is this to you? What does this ability look like?
I think this old man just like runs out the corner and jumps, and as he's like jumping out, he just raises his hands in the air and just is like, just like summoning. His eyes go glassy as fuck, and just like it looks like he's communing with the souls. And I think like a horde of like birds or rat like entities, like ghosts, just start swirling up around this dude, like consuming him. As I'm
Okay.
like Dennis Rodman on the
Is it
floor,
the
like
guy
channeling it.
that- that's sitting with the lantern, or is it the guy that's like messing with the device?
Definitely the guy with the lantern, so that the one guy freaks out and can't see.
Okay.
So I'm just like doing the like was up, like channeling like this spell on this guy, like in the dark, hopefully.
Okay. Um, then that will cost you the 2 initiative,
Yeah.
bringing you down to 5. And then roll your Eldritch knowledge with your unnatural attack. And I will roll stability, or what did they got? Stability or will, which is the better?
What? Stop killing people!
Oh, I'm rolling so bad.
It's the same, but they have stability, so spiritual. They have proficiency and stability. They have a C in stability. All minions have basically C ranks in skills that are appropriate for what they have. For what they need. He rolls a 1 on the dice. I have a 2 willpower. Gets me to a 3. I'm gonna give him a minus. Oh, isn't there some sort of debuff for being surprised or like?
I think so.
Uh,
What is a B a reroll? That's a reroll, right?
B is reroll.
Okay, good. Holy Christ. Because I rolled so bad. That's like just as bad.
Yeah.
So
Surprised is a condition.
2. I'm at a 2 right now. I could pump that up to 5. I think I will do that. So I think I'm sitting at a 5.
Okay, cool. Let me trying to find conditions.
I will use my spiritual strain.
Internet just kind of did I miss anything?
And my 1 humanity.
He is Brandon is having the guys attacked by
He's getting attacked by a spell, basically.
and so
So he's just having an existential crisis every day.
Yeah, I'm causing the ghosts to give him an existential crisis. Hopefully. He has to check. He has to check against breakdown even if he doesn't take damage. So that's the hope.
Hilarious. If he's perfectly fine, it's just like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
just pulls his gun, headshot.
Oh God. Dead. Rat King assassinated.
Like, what the fuck was that? I don't know. Some fucking homeless man.
Oh my God. That's fucking great.
You get baited into getting your character killed by the DM. Like, don't worry, they're just minions.
All right. Well,
They're just underlings.
That's so fucked up.
okay. He rolls breakdown and he rolls breakdown. Okay,
Does
so
he take damage?
okay, he had a 5. He's gonna spend he's going to not spend the strain because it's not really his. It's for the encounter. I'm gonna save strain. He gets a 5. He rolls for break. What does that mean versus your Eldritch first?
So I have a 5, so I don't know. I think it's 0 degrees of success or
Do
1
you
degree.
spend
It's a tie.
Do you spend a strain to break the tie?
Yeah, bro. I'll spin a strain to break the tie.
Is kind of the thing. Is the idea. He can't.
Yeah.
I'm not spending strain. The other guy's still alive.
Cool. So yeah, I think he's just gonna take 4 stress. So 4 blockable, 4 non-blockable stress damage.
4/4.
Yeah, 4/4.
Ooh.
Baleful Dead's crazy. This spell's
4/4.
nuts.
Okay, he takes 4/4. All right, cool. He takes 4. Oh, damn.
If I kill him, I can just bring his body back, and then he can just eat his buddy.
Okay,
You see where I'm going with this?
He like he starts to scream and wail. Oh my god, what the fuck? And the other guy's like, "What are you screaming at? What's going on?" He doesn't
Yeah.
see this, right? This is like he he's turning around, he turns around, and the light's playing with it, and he like sees things moving, but he's not sure if they're rats or whatnot. He's like, "Dude, what's going on?"
Oh,
And then he rails for breakdown. And is there anything special that your ability means for
yeah,
breakdown?
so the breakdown is gonna prompt a breakdown, but I think since he took damage, it's gonna prompt a breakdown like from the damage, so it's just gonna be an additional -1. So he's basically rolling a breakdown at -1 to see what happens to this man.
Okay. He rolled a -3, so -4.
Okay.
So he's insane now.
And then that means a break with reality for the next 1d3 minutes. I rolled a 2, so for the next 2 minutes, his reality is broken, and he is going to stand up abruptly, knock over the lantern. The lantern is just on the side. The light's playing in a funny direction. It didn't go out or anything else like that. And he runs in the opposite direction from you in a full fucking sprint, trips over 4 or 5 things, and is down the hall just screaming, oh my god, there's rats everywhere, rats everywhere, rats everywhere, they're up everything, they're going everywhere. And oh my god. He's not neutralized, but he's getting the fuck out of town. He's not out of the scene yet, but he is going to start to run, I guess, on his turn. It comes to a tie. It comes down to their initiative.
Oh yeah.
The one guy is
Go
gonna
and take a
roll the
stress.
speed check, like I said, and he will take his action to run as fast as he can.
Oh, nice.
And he turns the corner. He's in a different area. He's down a different kind of tunnel, if you will. But he's gone. The other guy turns around with the lantern kind of like in his eyes right now, since it's flipped on its side. He can't really see you other than a weird silhouette. And he yells at you like, "Who are you? What do you want?" And he starts to he spends an initiative to draw his gun. And then he still has higher initiative than you, so he's going to spend one initiative to take. Because he can't really see really well, and he hasn't heard an answer from you just yet. He's going to take an initiative to aim, and kind of wait for you, and then it gets to your turn. Do you speak and therefore sacrifice an initiative and give him a chance to act, or do you act and let before he has any chance to do anything else?
No, I think I might also just be hitting him with a Baleful Dead as well. Like I might just be making him also go insane.
All right, go for it.
I don't know. Fuck this guy too.
I will roll.
Well, actually, wait, can I see him? Like or not? Like, is it the same for me?
You can see enough to do Baleful Dead. Yes, it's better
Okay.
than a gunshot, to be
Well,
sure.
then I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want a gunshot to go off. But hang on, where is my rising mechanic? La la la, magical armor. La la la. Yeah, I know.
Oh my god, he will spend the only strain he can that he has left, and he will get a.
May cause up to 2 targets in line of sight to check against breakdown. Okay, I'm just gonna make this dude check against breakdown and like reduce my haunting level.
Okay, so he rolls a 3, 4 in total. And then he rolls against breakdown and gets a flat. So he's fine.
Okay, so hold on. Let me see what we're doing. Oh my god.
Does he have a -1 on the breakdown?
No.
Okay, that one.
Not if I take the haunting level down.
Okay. All right. So versus his
Please.
4, what do you get for his mental breakdown stress damage?
Let me see. What are we doing here? All right. I have to look at this. I already used it, so it's flat 3, and I'll spend. I guess I'll spend 2, so I'll get to a 5.
Okay.
He's at a 5 too, right? That's fine. I'll just go.
He's
He's a 4. I'll just go to a 5. That's fine. Yes. So I can get to a 5.
All right. So how much damage does he take in total?
So he is taking 4. I think it's 5, 4.
5,
1.
9 damage in total because he has
Yeah.
one, so it doesn't matter. That guy start like okay, and then does he prompt breakdown now because of the ability rate?
Yeah. So then it's another
Again?
-1, I guess. Yeah.
He rolled a +1 on the die, so that gives him a flat. So
Oh,
he's
it's fine.
all right. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn. That's my 2 initiative. He's probably gonna shoot me now.
He aimed. He is going to. Okay, he aimed, so that gives him an extra +1. He. All right, he's gonna just like shoot in the general direction. He's obviously like shaking a little bit, and then he's gonna try to run away from you. So he takes a very haphazard shot by the tail of the dice, and with his ranged attack, that is a 0 versus your evade.
Of 2.
So he just like completely misses you as a ping bullet near your foot, and that takes 2 of his initiative. So you can do something to him before he turns and runs.
I think I would just send my rat at him at this point and just kind of walk in that direction myself.
I'm just gonna say to end this combat, the rat runs, jumps, and grabs him and bites him in the leg.
Oh god!
And he's then just gone. He just like he can't take anymore. Minions, their wounds are just a unified pool. They don't have separate pools for
If-
minions. So like you doing 9 damage is just 9
Yeah.
damage, and then the rat comes and it's just like
if the rat bites his neck like and kills him, like if he's in decent enough shape when he dies, I think I'm just gonna raise him. Like I'm just gonna like make a zombie.
He is, I would say, definitely in decent enough shape.
Okay, 6. I just pick him up and just like
Ray's dead. All right.
Ray's dead.
Remind me how this works, good sir.
Okay, so Ray's, where is it? Where is the Rising? Okay.
And then,
Rank
guys, this
1.
is the scene you're walking up on. So, Brandon,
cool.
describe your character. That
Oh,
as he's
good.
doing this.
So you see this like
That's what I was
decent,
gonna say.
decently. He's like 5, average sized man who has like a pretty scraggly like white beard, some Radagast looking homeless man energy, wearing like a bathrobe and with like a big backpack on, and he's just standing over this dead body like chanting. I imagine in some Asian, he's probably speaking Mandarin, he's probably speaking Chinese over this dead body.
Oh, goodness.
He's definitely speaking Chinese over this dead body, raising it from the dead.
I'm also imagining that like the lantern, because you said it was still lit, right? It didn't go
Yes.
out,
Yeah.
and so
It's,
it's
like,
like
flickering.
casting from like underneath him.
Yeah.
So it's going up, and like the shadows are going, and like there's a bigger shadow of himself behind him.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so what does this say? This says
You may only invest humanity in one servant at a time.
yeah.
5 initiative, but we're out of initiative, so it doesn't matter. Unless you choose to invest 5 humanity into making it permanent. The raised entity disintegrates if it takes 15 more damage. If it is hit by 3 damaging attacks in 1 round. Or
So it has 10 strain.
disintegrates at the end of the scene. Okay, so if the scene, we're saying this starts right at the beginning of the scene as they come in the room.
Right.
There's the body starting to twitch and like do its thing.
I'm just gonna.
And then you'll have to invest humanity in it if you want to have
How
it.
much humanity is it? Is it 1?
It says 5 based upon what I'm reading on your sheet.
5. Let me see. Yeah. Probably.
For the rank 1.
I'm just gonna preemptively do a horror check to this because
I might as well just spend the rank. What does the rank 2 do? I might as well just spend the 2 humanity and then drink.
Rank 2 makes it take more damage.
Oh, nice.
Is what I'm reading here.
okay, I keep my shit together.
It's the same investment in humanity. It looks like for that idea.
Okay,
Yes, I think a sanity save for most of you makes sense. For those that, unless you feel like you can make an argument of watching an undead raise up.
No. That's definitely a disgust horror check right there.
Disgust horror indeed. Disgust horror indeed. Because it's not a threat to you, right? You know it's not a threat to you.
I think I just spend the 2. If it's like a mindless zombie, I think I just spend the 2. I can invest 5 humanity to make it a permanent zombie, so it doesn't like die, and it is an intelligent being that is sentient. That is crazy. What is going on?
So I did I got a +2 on the dice, and then I'm gonna go with willpower for a 5.
Okay.
Is that right?
I would say this is like the lowest humanity check, sanity check, which is a 2. So I think that you're good.
Still walking in and immediately just saying, "What the fuck?"
Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I have it till the end of the scene. Sick.
I think we found the doctor. That's for sure.
Looks down in shame.
What
am I rolling again?
I need another focus check, and you're probably, unless you roll really bad, yeah, you're fine.
That was really bad too.
All right. Did you roll greed? No, roll a new check. Roll another +2 check from your.
Wait, what? What do I roll?
Another 3DF +2.
Okay, gotcha. One more, please.
All right. You all so far will pass the check.
Ooh.
Greed, you can spend another mental strain if you want to beat the 2.
Yeah, Magic Strike is the most you're gonna spend this campaign, isn't it?
Probably.
For right now, yeah, horror checks, yeah. You could do spiritual you want. You just can't spend as many strain on a check in one turn with your rig, but you could use.
Oh, okay, I was playing in 2 method strain, so I have cards free now.
Okay, well, no, save the one, because you'll need to spend some. You each the stress of seeing this happen, even though understanding that this is not something that's an immediate threat to you. None of you have witnessed this kind of magic. I imagine Oliver may have read something about this, and one of the things he's looked
Question
into.
for
But Siegfried,
if we
yeah,
can describe if something is not as stressful to us as it would be for the average person, could we save ourselves from spending strain or no?
We can there's a like I was saying, the threshold mechanic, you guys can kind of manipulate that to your end towards it. For it, but it's kind of about exposure to things, yeah, in some ways.
Like if Dr. Current walked in on this, he'd be fine because he's used to it. Like you wouldn't
Yeah,
need to roll a check.
I'd have a better chance.
You have never seen an undead creature before. I'm sorry, Siegfried.
Yeah, but like Siegfried just killed a fucking fake creature in his memory before, so he would be used to something like that. You know?
Well, so
you're talking about the same thing I'm talking about with the threshold. You're building up immunity to it, but you have to have exposure to it before you build up that immunity. Like there is it's one of the mechanics that's in the game. I'm running to it now.
yeah,
Okay. Horror checks, aside from those that are purely unnatural and eldritch in nature, tend to be caused by the
Gotcha,
following
gotcha.
factors. So this is eldritch kind of in nature, so there's also that idea, but like you guys are eldritch beings, so I'm kind of opening up the idea. But if you're this is definitely disgust of those things. So you need to be exposed to it. Okay, so it says players keep track of the highest difficulty horror check they succeeded against each type of horror before. This noted as a horror threshold, characters automatically see horror checks less severe than their threshold for a given type. So less severe. In case of horror check, so you kind of changed the mechanic. I should have read that before.
yeah. So you build up. You are right. You build up an immunity. Like if
Yeah.
it's like instead of having us roll like a bunch of like horror checks that are just going to be 4, it puts
Yeah.
our threshold at 4. So if you're like, I'm going to put a difficulty at 4, you guys are just going to like pass that.
Anything other
And take
than
4.
lower than
Yeah.
anything
So
lower than
then,
4.
so
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
then
let's
this being a disgust of 2, that means our threshold is now 2.
Your
2.
disgust threshold is now 2. So now if we ever have to roll another disgust roll that's 2, we'll just immediately,
Like you can
immediately
spend
pass
one
it.
humanity to prevent the damage. Like you can just instead of spending stress, you can spend humanity.
Yeah.
Or we can just spend humanity, so I'm gonna do that. Yeah.
No, that's not. That's not
No,
what I just said.
For
The
so
next
for
the next time something like this happens, yes. So the crunchiness of this game, I forget sometimes. Nevertheless, each of you stand to lose 2 stress damage. Most of you can negate it with 1 mental strain or spiritual strain with your force of will or acuity. Master Siegfried, Unfortunately,
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, he is Mr. B.
you don't have either of those. So you have to spend 2 more mental strain, which brings your mental strain down to 0. To avoid this damage, or you can take 2 X's away from your green light stress box because this is technically stress damage. You will not be lightly
What does it
wounded.
mean, Green Light Stress Box? Is that humanity? What is it?
So it's a damage bar.
It's
So
your
you
wound,
have
your
3
wounds.
damage bars
Yeah.
based on the type of damage you're taking: physical, spiritual, or mental. And you have to account for those. Like that's what you're taking wounds against, stuff like this. Like so you have to check off the boxes as you're going down the like a
So,
level tracker.
like, there's the balance in the game where you can choose to spend strain or you can choose to spend wounds. Like, they're the kind of like it's resource management in a lot of ways, right? Wounds, you don't immediately die when you take wounds. When you take the threshold that you have 2 for spiritual, 3 for spiritual. Then you gives you a minus. Once you lose all your wounds, then yeah, you pass out. It doesn't mean you immediately die. There is different mechanics that allow you to stay standing and the like. But so I would
As funny
recommend.
as it would be, I'm taking the 2 I already took.
Okay, cool. Cool. All right, then with that out of the way, you guys are in this odd, like, sewer tunnel meet. There's a bunch of pipes above and around you. They all converge to this point where the Doctor Current is with his weird rat. He's standing over this body as it slowly starts to stand up shakily and obviously moan and groan and only reminds you of zombie movies you've seen for the youngins. And
Dude, Stephen is just like, who's the red guy? He's kind of cute.
Pinky, I think, runs up to you and like is like now like following you and is like you gave him a compliment he has never heard before
Who are you?
and you are now the one that's his friend. It's kind of a very
Siegfried fucking pets him. He's like, he's an
um,
armor with the little guy.
there's kind of this vibe where you're like Dr. Current. You didn't even know if he liked to be pet. This thing is weird. It doesn't. You don't know if it likes it, and it doesn't. It obviously feels like undead flesh. So that's all I'm gonna say about this rat.
I'm learning new
Um,
things about my rat.
It can't
If
smile.
Pinky doesn't like it, then Siegfried stops,
You
right?
don't know
But
either.
if he
You
obviously
can't
likes it,
tell.
then he's gonna continue.
He has
Like
Pinky.
he takes he observes basically, right?
Pinky has no
If he likes
eyelids.
it, he continues.
His
If he doesn't, he stops.
his mouth is constantly stuck in the
Open.
position that it is. It can't smile. So you can't tell. There's no facial expression.
Can't tell.
His
He
tongue
just-
is
he just-
sticking out of his
he is
mouth at all
there.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, does he bite or no? Because if no, then he obviously likes it.
I mean, he does bite.
Does he bite you right now? No.
No.
Then he likes it.
Does
Easy
he
enough.
look like he might bite you at any given moment? Yes.
Yeah, he looks like he will bite you. 100%.
Like,
Easy enough still. He doesn't bite right now, so he likes it.
there's this weird humming noise that comes from the pipes and this odd arcane eldritch apparatus that's like hooked up to it. That kind of drowns out some of the conversation here and definitely draws your attention to it after a while. What would you guys like to do?
Please tell me one of you fucking idiots know how to get this thing off of this door.
Dude, see this guy Jürgen? He's so cute.
What's the thing?
Jurgen just looks disgusted.
You're Dr. Current, right?
He's so
That
cute.
would be me, yes. You must be the band of misfits that I am supposed to meet in the sewers of New York.
Kind of ironic calling us misfits,
Who-
but okay.
Who are you guys anyway?
Do you want the HR answer or do you want the one that I want to give you?
The real answer.
It
Come
literally
on,
does
mate.
not matter at this current moment. What does matter at the current moment is getting this shit off of that shit so we can get it back to our shit. Because I am compromised and I do not want to be out here, okay? I already had to kill a guy. As you can see, I've raised him from the dead. Don't worry, he
Bullshit.
will not
I'm
bite
talking
you.
about the rat guy.
I'm the rat guy.
You are the rat guy, but I am talking about the rat guy I'm currently petting.
Oh, that's my rat. That is my rat. His name is Pinky. He will bite you. Actually, you're petting him. It's fine. It's chill. It is. He hasn't bitten you yet. Then it's okay. Probably.
Like, was he a man or a rat before he turned into what he is now?
Well, he was a lot of things, I think, before I turned him into what he is now.
The noises from the apparatus
Can-
increase in syncopation and almost pressure. They're not louder, but like you guys are reminded that this might be a bomb of sort. Like this isn't something that you need to focus on.
Yeah. So
I
anybody,
you need to
I like to think they just ignore it and
any one of you
continue
fucking
talking.
guys in a lab coat know how to disarm an eldritch bomb, or
While they talk,
What
I'm gonna
kind of
go
bomb,
and
like-
look at the thing.
Like, what is this guy's name?
who, me?
No, not yours. I don't care what your name. What is the red guy's name?
Oh, his name's Pinky.
I feel like we have more
Oh,
important
he's
things
so adorable.
to focus
Yeah,
on
his
right
name is
Can I
now.
check
Pinky.
it
He
out?
is adorable, but yes, we do have more important things to take care of. So I have to disarm this bomb.
What do we have to fuck?
Could you?
Bomb?
Could you?
Bomb?
I need
Siegfried,
a
right? Could you
group-
shut the fuck up? Damn.
I need a group of checks. If anyone would like to roll some checks.
I would like to.
I need someone to roll an investigation check. This check can be a collaborative check that someone leads if you would like. I need or some sort of arguable science, craft, or knowledge check that you might feel appropriate instead of investigation. If there's a skill you think is appropriate.
I'm not
I
sure. I'm
will-
too autistic for that.
And then I need someone to roll, like, I guess, an eldritch knowledge check, where appropriate, to understand the manipulation part of it. Like, the investigation or science knowledge check is kind of like, how is this actually set up? What are we actually doing with it? And if you're successful with that, I'm going to apply a tactics equivalent bonus to it, to the eldritch kind of like manipulation check, of like, how do we actually stop this thing or use this thing or whatnot. I would like the investigation check first, because if you learn something, there's something that will help you understand how to approach the eldritch knowledge check. So,
I just have a
Does
question.
my magnifying glass
Can-
help at all?
It could.
I think the
The
magnifying
one reason
glass.
why I brought it.
I think the magnifying glass. I don't know if there's nothing in the book that says anything about magnifying glass. I know for sure, but to me that sounds like a situational bonus, that it would make sense for the investigative check, for it to give like a +1 situational bonus to that check. I think would make sense.
I
Cool.
have.
Everybody okay with me taking? Sorry.
I have an A rank. I'm just saying I have an A rank for investigation, but I don't have occult knowledge. So I have a D in occult knowledge, but Eldritch, I don't.
Well, the
You
eldritch
could use
knowledge is
occult
probably
knowledge
covered.
instead of investigation. Would make to that, like the investigative check could be investigation or a knowledge check that makes sense. The knowledge eldritch check is more like, this is a magic device, we need to activate it, use our magic, like, because eldritch knowledge and it is the magic power skill. So
I'm saying, like, if there's, like, as far as looking for a particular shape of an object, if that can get pointed out, that I can do.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And also, you said that these are multiple checks. Are we doing the thing where like each person does one of these checks, and we get to decide who does each, or how's this? How's
The first check is like I said, a collaborative check you could use where you could decide to each take the check, or you could have someone take the lead, and basically each of you, based upon how you roll, add to their bonus, or if you want to do it that way. If you want to split up and look for different things, or like you could do it. The Eldritch Knowledge check is kind of like it. I guess it could be collaborative, but I don't. I think I'd probably limit it to like 3 people. For that, or the other one you could have more than that. But the Eldritch Knowledge check is like it really is like 1, maybe up to 3 people that have magic that would use it. Most of you do have magic, but most of you don't
So
have
we
Eldritch.
collab.
Can
on
I
the
also
investigation?
claim to be too autistic to pick up on social stuff and just not roll? Is that a thing?
You're just petting a
I
rat.
mean,
You're just
yeah,
petting a rat.
that's the thing. Yeah, you can
That's chill.
just do that.
You can do it like any roleplay game. If you can be like, well, they're doing it, you know.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. Yeah, it's fine.
I would like to
I
roll.
just keep petting the rat. I don't roll at all. I just keep petting the rat.
So for the first check, do you want to do a collaborative check where someone takes the lead that has like the highest investigation or the like, or do you each want to just roll because you want to roll dice? And split up if you're each
We
have
have multiple with the highest, so I'll let everyone else
if
decide.
each have different
I'll-
things in mind of what you're looking for. That would make sense of why you would roll separately.
I will say with because while my investigation is A rank, my perception and focus are only a 2. So I will do a in lieu of rolling for a 3 and spend 3 mental strain for a 6. But I'm only familiarizing myself with what everything looks like and how everything is fitting together, not necessarily what anything is or what it does.
So like the best you could roll is a 6.
Yeah, well, in lieu is what I'm
Yeah.
doing.
So the best thing you could roll is a 6. Like
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's all I'm.
Yeah.
So
That would
I'm
be
giving a
looking-
6 to that, as Luther would say. I'll just memorize how it all is put together. I don't actually know what any of this mystical shit really is.
Okay.
So then I guess like if CJ
Malik
wants
would
to
be
lead,
looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, Malik would want to be looking to turn it off. They're not trying to waste any time.
I'm wasting some time. I want to roll knowledge Eldritch to like figure
yeah,
this thing out.
I'm rolling some. I think I'm on the Eldritch Knowledge roll for sure.
Okay.
What are we rolling for that one?
We'll wait because we can probably get more info from this investigation depending on how cool it is.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'll go to the investigation, and then we'll go to the knowledge elders. Thing. If you can get to a 6, with your investigation, Luther is able to figure out something just by the placement of stuff. It does. This is nothing that needs magical attention to. It's just by the general placement of like the piping and the sewer systems and how you guys came down here and the like. And it's something that Dr. Current knows and that Mr. Sterling loosely mentioned. If I remember correctly, about that there's 3 things. Like you get the impression that even if you're all successful here, you need to decide right now if you want to sacrifice the collaborative nature and have you go to one of these other points that Sterling gave you on the map where the other ones are. Like you generally get the impression like this is a circuitry, right? Like there's a loop. Like these 3 things work together to where if one is turned off, the others will either overload or compromise in that way. another part of the city will be affected. Like there needs to be some sort of, and it's one of those things like you need to move on that now. Otherwise, it's you kind of just have to basically sacrifice, um, an infrastructure part of the city that will be compromised because of the elements that are here. So, what do you guys do?
Is that knowledge that
I make
only
that.
Dr. Current has, or it's something that with the investigation?
No,
we got that.
it's something that with your investigation and what Dr. Curran and the others have like shared with you, it's something that Luther realizes
Okay.
that like, with how this is set up. Like you understand with what you know about how engines and coils and like that's what this is. Like it's an engine for something is what you're getting. Like this is a piece of something. Like you don't know exactly how it works, but you understand like this is designed to circulate energy and keep it subsistent. The energy it's feeding off of is obviously fucking fuck all magic that's beyond your understanding, but the actual like mechanical apparatus is quite simple.
Okay.
It just needs energy, it needs water, and it needs something else. And the other thing you're not you know it's something magical.
Okay. Then Luther would say, "We have a problem. I can guess that I can't figure out any of the magics of it, but this is basically an engine. Energy, water, one other thing. But the bigger problem is this is a circuitry of some type. There are these other locations have to be shut off at the exact same time. Otherwise, this could all overload if we just shut this one down. So we're gonna have to split up."
There's also the issue of me being kind of a madman when I touch the fucking axe. And not knowing what the fuck to do when it comes to water. You kind of suck at your job, don't you?
I mean,
So who's gonna go shut down the other ones?
well, we need somebody fast, and I'm not very fast. But I can sit here and study this if we have a way to, contact each other.
I don't mean either of you. I mean the idiot trying to hire us here.
Well, that idiot pays the taxes of a lot of the things that happen in this area. So, as much as I would love to sit here and complain about them as much as you, I do not have time for that. We have to get this train moving here.
Yeah, but he's also kind of fucking stupid, isn't he? Like,
He is kinda- you wanna take-
he's trying to
you
hire
wanna take-
a bunch
take
of
the rat?
idiots with initial problems, with issues of their own,
You want to take the rat?
to fix a fucking sewer system, isn't he?
You
How
want to
many,
take the rat?
how many people do you know with any abilities like us? How many people do you actually know?
Very few. And
Exactly.
the rat is cute as fuck, so don't complain.
Exactly. So how many people do you think he has access to in order to actually fix this issue?
The authorities, maybe?
Oh yeah, so we should just have cops who have no idea about the occult world at all to deal with occult deals. That makes sense. Yeah.
Not the cops, the glories. There's a difference.
I'm not. I don't want to deal with you right now. You two, young looking ones.
Yes.
You hobble
Yes.
off on it. You have a cane. You can't go anywhere. So probably just gonna be you and me. He says, looking at Malik.
Are we like the two smartest people here? Shouldn't like, I don't know, one of us stay here to manage whatever the fuck this is properly?
Well, the way I see it, there's a homeless man who is looking like he's about to break down on crack at any second, and a kid with a bad leg. I don't really think they have the opportunity to go anywhere, and I'm not trusting Rocker Boy over there.
Crazy one here.
That's fair. I want to get away from them too. All right, let's go. You already convinced me.
Now we're gonna have to make sure we can get all these things off roughly at the same time, but I don't have any radio with me. I didn't think we'd
We're all
actually.
gonna have to set our watches right then.
So let's figure out how to shut this one off, but hold off on it and then give some time so we can get to the other ones to shut them down too.
Yeah.
Is there only the two that we know about, or are there more?
We were given 3 locations. This is one of
Three
them.
locations. So, what are we gonna do about the third then? If there's only us here, you guys going to the next
I go to one. This guy goes to the other.
alone?
Be serious right now. Why aren't we just contacting the fucking police?
We are not
That's a
going.
stupid thing to say.
We are not going to let ordinary people know about this.
Or die
What do you
for it.
mean, ordinary? We are the freaks here.
For a freak, you like to complain a lot.
I sure do. I'm not even gonna deny it. I love to complain. It's fine.
As you
This
guys
is
pause here
when,
for these moments, the syncopation and energy of this thing have increased
Detonated.
to where Dr. Current and Oliver Grimm look to each other as two that I know that have eldritch knowledge. They this thing is boiling over. Like, you get the impression in simplest terms. You need to do something with the time. So I want to pause everyone in the current position they're at before anyone moves away, and I need Dr. Current and or Oliver, and they can assist each other for what you would like, in some way, with one of you leading the check. To roll an Eldritch knowledge check to basically use your own innate connection to the arcana of the world to manipulate the arcana within this, engine, this part of the coil that you've been reading about. Over. So how do we go about this?
Do you want to
Wait,
lead
I don't
it?
have to roll.
No, I think you should take the lead.
For
I
I'm
can
the only
lead
sane
it.
one here.
I have a C in Eldritch Knowledge. I don't know what you
Okay.
got.
I have a B in Eldritch Knowledge, but my
Do it.
focus and willpower are pretty good.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm
This,
gonna go with
this has to be Eldritch
focus.
knowledge. Occult is more lore of things than actual manipulation of magic.
Okay.
I forget. What do I get for having a C rank in things?
C gives you to spend up to 3 strain.
Okay. Because unfortunately, I got a -1 on the dice.
Plus your stat.
Sorry. And which one are we using? Focus or willpower?
I'm using
This,
focus.
this, I guess I'm fine with either one, but focus or willpower does make sense. I was leaning more willpower. I think makes more obvious sense, but focus does make sense.
Okay, in that case, 3.
Okay,
Yeah, 3.
and who's leading? I guess.
So I was leading, and I'm landed at a 4, just without spending a strain.
Okay.
So I think we're good to just sit there then.
With the 3 assisting you, that gives a +2 modifier from the collaborative as a tactics modifier, so that turns into a 6. And the 6 is what you needed. For this.
Nice.
You feel like the barometric pressure change as the energy dissipates for this, and seeing that with what Luther heard and with what Luther explained and understood, I think Luther just runs and Malik starts to follow him, because there's moments. It doesn't have to be exactly syncopated. It needs to happen within a time limit. and you get the impression it's like 20, 30 minutes. You got to be there to shut this off within that time before something bad will happen. For that essence, it's not an immediate, because if it was immediate, something would have already happened, and so you just start. And you and Malik's following him. There'll be another check for that, but this does, you guys avoid, like, there was going to be some damage that was going to come at you that you avoid. But there is something that I think both as Malik and Luther run away, and Siegfried is standing there just kind of watching. Siegfried, I'm going to say at this point, I want Siegfried to roll a luck check to see if he notices this right now, with what's going on. The other two would notice just because of where they're positioned. So Siegfried, roll me 3DF and just see how it falls.
Dice
fall.
When the dice fall.
3DF plus 2?
No, just 3DF. This is a raw luck check.
Okay.
-1, so you don't notice. Like, he just turns away as he watches the others run away.
He's just fucking angry. He doesn't care.
Jurgen is just like there too watching, and then you see, okay, so the other two from like the wall where the apparatus is at, there's like a flow of spirits that kind of escape from this thing.
Oh fuck.
And they like kind of like walk through you, run away. And to Dr. Current, he, this is a full moon, your average full moon, when
my
you
vigilance is a 6 tonight on this full moon.
It's like, that's a lot of spirits, but you're kind of just like,
the haunting level is at 2, guys. There are more than usual.
Yeah, so you're like, well, it makes sense.
Yeah.
To you.
True.
But I imagine to young Oliver, it's a little intense to see all these faces, right? That just
So far, I have seen a ghost, one singular ghost. So now I am seeing like 30.
And within these, with your vigilance, what's your vigilance?
My vigilance, hold on, let me double check.
Vigilance. Let me know your vigilance and awareness, and let me know if you want to increase those.
3 of both, and then which is which as far as like mental or spiritual?
Vigilance is mental, awareness is spiritual. Vigilance is attached to your awareness skill. You can manipulate it that way. And awareness is attached to the empathy skill to manipulate and increase.
In that case, can I pump up my vigilance to 5 with 2 mental?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing.
With the vigilance of 5, you notice 2 things. It was just going to be 1. Now you notice a second. So we'll go to the first thing that you would have noticed with the with the 3 vigilance. Is you see one, besides the faces, you recognize one of the faces as someone's familiar, and your heart drops as you're like, no. Was that Silas? And he didn't stop, he didn't look at you, he just like was there as one of the ghosts, and he just escaped and went into the city somewhere, and you're like, it definitely grabs at you a little bit. And the other thing you noticed is that this that becomes obvious to you with the vigilance is that there is been mumbled this entire time near on, like, in the guy's coat jacket, just turned down really, really low, the zombie, you hear a radio being mumbled and a voice on the other side of the radio. And you hear you don't recognize the voice of the man on the other side, but it's just quickly and erratically saying, now it's time, move for the end, go men, and the city has waned enough, and it garbles out and goes out. I need a horror check from Silas, I think.
What is this idiot talking about?
Silas can draw attention to it if you want, but it's really, really low. Like the high vigilance is the only reason why you picked up on it.
Ugh.
Yeah, so you don't notice
Um,
it, Siegfried.
You just notice that Silas, and if you turn around, you just notice Silas and the other guy are kind of frozen for a moment as they like pause and kind of just take in the magic that just happened. You know, like as you're kind of doing and looking around.
I just wanted some guy who's shouting around.
Yeah.
Well, I may have gotten a -3. What kind of horror check is this exactly?
This is a horror check, I think, versus despair. But you have a difficulty of 2 to hit, and you can, with all horror checks, you can use focus or willpower. It's on you.
Okay, so in that case, I'll use my focus, so I'm at a 1 then, and I'll put one more mental into that, so I get to the 2.
All right. You get to the 2.
To the 2.
You understand there's something more important right now than feeding into, the despair of understanding Silas and was absorbed into this in some way. And you stand to lose 2 stress. You can use 1 mental strain to avoid, if you would like.
We'll do that.
And you, now that things have dissipated, you kind of steeled yourself. You and Dr. Current can see, like, now that you aren't focused on the magic and the energy, like you look more at the apparatus. There are obvious like runes and etchings and filigree and things that have been crafted. This is a lot of effort put into this thing. The gold and the bronze and the copper and the different elements that are used to kind of craft it, very much hermeticist alchemy kind of things, vibes and stuff. Um, the both of you, I like to think I would like to turn to you to how do you describe that this realization happens. Both of you know what this is, just from different points. Like, I think current from the research you stole, and then from what what you witnessed with Silas Oliver. Like, this is part of the cipher of Unmaking is written in like very extinct descriptive detail on this apparatus as part of its kind of focusing of the eldritch powers within it, I would say, right? So you guys have that kind of realization, and like, do you guys vocalize it aloud? Is it a look you give each other? Is it, because I think this is also like Oliver realizing that this is like, this is the ledger you have was written by this guy. There's
This is the guy.
this is the guy. You now understand that this is the guy. You just saw him do the thing. So what do you guys do?
Welcome to the end of the world, kid.
I think so. You said that Luther and Malik already left, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think in this moment, I'm going to turn around to Siegfried and say, Siegfried, you said you were looking for a reason to care, right? I'm pretty sure that there's gonna be literal hell on Earth if we don't do something about this. And I don't just mean
What the fuck are you talking about, Hell on Earth?
I'm pretty sure that this thing is filled with ghosts.
What do you mean, ghosts?
Yeah, it's
I
like a
mean-
portal.
Ghosts. I mean, as in the hell of the underworld is going to come up when this thing goes off and probably kill all of us.
Yeah, it's gonna be sick. They're
Sounds
gonna go.
pretty
They're gonna go
much
straight through our
suicide,
bodies,
actually.
out our
literally-
mouths.
I like to describe right now. You literally see a ghost come up behind Siegfried, and he doesn't notice it at all. And you're just like, and you point at it, and he turns around, and it's gone. It's just like every time he tries to see one, it's just not there.
I think Siegfried is such like sounds better than most humans, honestly.
I mean, I'm also pretty sure that, I don't know, you're gonna get turned into a ghost, I'm gonna get turned into a ghost, everyone's gonna get turned into a ghost.
So what's your issue with that?
Probably never being able to eat, drink, or, I mean, I guess you'd care about this fuck again?
What's the issue with that?
You don't want to fuck ever again?
even fucked to begin with.
Oh, you're not going to be able to drink either. You're not going to be able to eat anything. No more alcohol. No more booze. No more playing guitar.
As
Nothing.
they're talking, Dr. Current.
I can still play ghost guitar.
I want to interrupt just 1 second, please. And then
Yeah.
Dr. Current, what is your vigilance?
6.
Okay.
The ghosts
Dr.
are telling
Current,
me things.
The ghosts are telling you things, indeed. You hear the words kind of whispered and skittered. It almost sounds like they are rat ghosts too involved, or like the warning of Pinky or something. I don't know.
The
This
warning
weird
of
whispered.
Pinky.
And Pinky's voice is in your head, maybe. Swarm, swarm, swarm,
Yes.
swarm. You know that and you're like you feel this thing and you jump out of the way just at the right time, and right behind the other two where they're kind of arguing, you move kind of in front of them and they're just right behind. There is literally a swarm of undead rats that come
Oh shit!
in the depths and start to climb onto the platform towards you all, and they are coming at you in a voracious and hungry sense, as and we pause right there as you all just go, what the fuck, right? And then we see the camera blink and we have Malik following Luther onto the main street. They go to the sedan. Luther hops in, Malik hops into the shotgun. He turns it on, slams the door, screeching as fast as they can. And they're heading towards one of the other locations, which is connected to the power grid, where Dr. Current was at the very beginning of his introduction scene last time. And
If you do rats, okay, just pet them and give them snacks.
okay, cool. Let me finish though. And you guys feel a tenseness around you in the city, in the cars. There's people that are seeing like weird smoke and steam come from the sewer systems, and then you see on various street corners as you dodge and weave in the streets, Luther, like from the manholes, like little groups of rats and people are screaming, and then there are ghosts going out. The masquerade level has increased significantly by this point. And you guys are making your way there to stop this from happening. And Mr. Siegfried, sir, you see as this swarm comes at you, this one rat like jumps towards your face, and you like try to raise your hand to defend yourself, and the same thing with Oliver, same thing with Dr. Current. And this all happens at like people on the street, they're seeing this as well, and the rats like stop in mid like swarm movement and like freeze for a brief moment. And like you guys who are close, not Luther, not Malik, because you guys drove away, but Current, Oliver, and the Siegfried are close to the device, even though it's been like depowered. You don't freeze. Like everything else takes
I
a
like
brief
to think
moment.
Siegfried just pets them and feeds them and they're friends.
But they're in the immediate moment that's not necessarily making sense, I would say, but that's okay. As like the swarm kind of like freezes for a moment, Dr. Current, Oliver, Siegfried, you have the briefest moment to like Siegfried's trying to like pet them and see if they're alive, but they're frozen. And you have a moment to like run and do something, run away, or do you stay with the swarm because something's happening that's made this happen outside of this area? For whatever reason, the coil that's here has shielded you from this going on. What do you?
This whole time, Siegfried shouts them like, "Don't you fucking dare hurt them!"
They're just angry rats that are briefly frozen in time and space.
Look, I don't want to hurt the undead rats any more than you do, but we got to get rid of them.
No! Fuck off!
We got to get rid of them.
No! They're friends! Look at them! Just pet them! They're cute!
They might give you rabies.
My good sir, perhaps we should make it to the other location while we have this time. If Malik...
Shut up, Jürgen!
He grunts at you, and he throws the suitcase down in front of you and opens it. Grab it! You are the wielder! We must stop this from happening!
Choose you as a servant. You choose yourself. Shut up.
He just waits for you to do it. That's all he does. His veins in his forehead are getting big. He wishes he could throttle you, but he cannot. His duty is
Siegfried
to.
doesn't. He just keeps patting the red, and then another, and then a third one.
While time is of the essence, what do Oliver and Dr. Crane do?
Oh,
Do the
jeez.
3 reds, are they cute?
They are angry, undead, voracious rats that are very hungry. So if you think
Let's
that's
say
cute,
Siegfried also feeds them dried meat. Are they
well,
cute?
they're
No?
they're frozen in a brief moment yet again. So what do you do?
Man, I don't know. We could stay with this thing and hope that the rats go away, but that seems unlikely. What do you think?
Well,
What do you think, kid?
okay. So out of
Siegfried's
character, I guess
obviously staying here. So
Yeah.
from what you guys said,
the options are technically like leave or fight the rats, basically.
technically,
Pretty
in
much,
simplest
yeah.
terms, yeah.
Shake your
I mean,
buckets, you fools! They're
I don't
adorable!
really have a way to fight a horde of rats.
I mean, I technically do, but I don't want to.
There's two ways we can fight the rats, quote unquote. If we choose that way. There's the legitimate combat, and there's also like the if you want to do like a skill based, like we're fighting them, but we're really just like distracting them and leading them away or whatever. That's another way to approach it too. Or you guys are going to the third location that no one has gone to go take this opportunity to get a head start before. But that means you leave the swarm if it unfreezes to whoever finds it.
Yeah,
I
Siegfried just continues to
think maybe we
pet
should
them
just get
without
out of here.
any
Yeah,
utter
yeah.
motive.
I think maybe we should just get out of here and go to the next one.
Okay. You go out. Siegfried, do you stay with the swarm to confirm?
Absolutely! If they continue to respond positively to being petted, then of course, yes.
Okay. I love it. So the camera splits again now in 3 as the time, like you take the frozen time, where Dr. Current and Oliver, who both hobble for different reasons, make their way up to the street level and find a minivan that's unoccupied and get in a minivan to drive to the other way. I would like one of you to roll a luck check to see. Well, roll a luck check to see if the minivan that's the most closest choice is able to go, or if the luck check is negative, that means that you spend more time trying to find a way to get there. It does take a little bit of a drive, or do you, in your whole hobbling sense, just start to hoof it?
I love the fucking image. Like Siegfried is just there having the time of his life, and everybody else is like, "Oh, we gotta get the fuck out of here."
Oh, it's okay, Secret. I got you. I got you. Don't worry.
It's so good.
All right, Oliver and Dr. Current, how
Are
do you
we-
make your way to the third location? What do you do?
We rolling luck to see if we steal a minivan.
You're rolling luck to see if the minivan has its keys, or if it's a negative luck, it means you have to spend longer finding a different apparatus to
A different
get
thing to steal.
a
right.
different thing to steal, or if it's really low, you eventually just have to go on the bus and just make your way there.
Oh, I rolled a -2.
I got a 1.
You got a 1? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so that averages out to a -1. So you guys have to go through like a line of cars down a street before you find a beat up pickup truck that has keys that can start it up, in the quickest sense. Unless one of you want to have a chance to, if any of you are proficient in security, I guess you could try to wire something. If you want, but it would you would need if you have a B, you possibly could. This would be like
No,
a
I have
4.
a D.
Oh yeah, with a D probably. I don't
No.
know.
Worth the try.
Worth a
but-
try, I guess, if you wanted to. But it would be like a 4 to try to hotwire or something. I would imagine, at least, in the 80 sense of the word.
Okay, security with what then though?
This is mm,
Sounds like
I
a
could make an argument for
focus.
focus or dexterity.
Well, I mean, I would prefer focus, but
I think focus makes sense.
okay.
Since
You
you're
want me to
actually
assist
proficient.
you? I don't have
If
security.
are you proficient in security?
No.
Okay,
So I
then
can't.
you can try, I guess, if you want.
Well, if we're using focus, then I should be good actually.
Like a raw ass focus check, I guess. Okay.
Like you're doing a raw focus check just to see if you can help see something, maybe, or help look at something for him.
Sure.
For that idea.
No, I'll just let him. I'll just let him go at it.
Okay, what do you got?
Drag him down.
I got another 1 on the dice plus my 4 focus, so that's 5. And then what do I get for a D rank again? How much strength can I pump into it? 2?
Up
then?
You only,
to
you only
two,
need
yeah.
a 4. You only need
I
a
only
4.
need 4 though, so boom, I got 5.
All right, you got 5. He just takes a couple moments. It does take a little longer than you wanted to, and you
I'd like to imagine I smack my cane against it for a sec, and then
Yeah.
the wires pop out, and I'm just crawling underneath.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
All right, so they're hotwiring a car. They eventually get it going. Malik and Luther, the time unfreezes. You don't even notice what happened, and you just continue to down the street. For those of these, you eventually skitter and turn, and Malik tells you left, right, and you get to this circuitry power generator, power grid place. And pull the car off the side. The gate has been flung open and left open from someone leaving in a hurry. It's quite often maybe a van or a truck left from the inside and broke through the gate, kind of thing. Some boxes and stuff that obviously carried the coil stuff. You go into one of the rooms and see the coil kind of apparatus. It looks similar, but it's hooked up very differently to the idea. And then I think we're going. I think the one, and then Siegfried. Okay, so the rat swarm unfreezes, and they flunk down on the metal grating that's down there, and you're you lean down with some snacks you have in your little bag, and Jorgen's like, "No, sir, we just need to go. Please, sir, can we just go? Take the axe or slay the things." And you're trying to feed it, and one of the rats starts to sniff it, and then they all just go and hiss. And they're just gonna attack you, good sir. I'm sorry. And they're just gonna attack you. If we're gonna roll initiative, and if you roll stupidly good on maybe an empathy or some sort of craft animal check, if you have it or like that, there might be a small chance, but they're undead rats. So I need to finish making their stat block anyways. So we're gonna pick up next time with Siegfried facing off with Jurgen facing off with a rat swarm. Oliver and
But we responded so well to being pet and being cute.
I know. There's a small chance. I said there's a chance. There's a chance you'll get one of them. You're not gonna
There's gonna be a bigger chance than just small. Cause you agreed they're cute.
They are. I said if you thought the undead nest was cute, I didn't say they were cute. So, but they're unique. And then we're gonna do some a drive check challenge for Current and Grim as they go through the city, and then the others. We're gonna have Luther and Malik, who are not as proficient in Eldritch shit, have to deal with Eldritch shit.
That's
you guys
cool.
have occult knowledge. It will definitely help.
You guys
Point.
do not at least have a D in Elder shit? What
No.
the fuck?
He specifically chose not to because of his character background. He wanted to make him not connected to magic, which
That's an issue, not an ish me.
well, it works. I love it. I love it.